Hey, y'all. They said we're setting things up. We're going to have some company today, or we think we are. So we're kind of setting up for 4 people. And Buddy's just anxious to get started, ain't you? That's all I can think of. And I said, he's been prancing around here for an hour. Yeah. And I said, we ain't going to be outside, so. Oh, my goodness. Yes, we ain't going to be outside. Let's see. I'm going to turn my sound down. There we go. How is everybody? You know, we're dressed for cold weather today because it's like 46 right now in the villages, which is a little bit unusual. And it's not staying. You know, it's a couple day thing. It's just the cold front's hitting everybody else. It's hitting us too. We don't have the snow, and we've got sunshine. So that makes a big difference right there. But yeah, it was kind of chilly, and oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, you see somebody? Yes. I got to open the door. Hang on. I got to open the door. Boo boo. Come here. Come here.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
Good. Come sit down.
Hi, bud. Hi, bud.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot to unlock the door.
All right, give me a minute.
And there's Mr. Kevin. What have you got? What have you got? Oh my goodness.
Not from me.
Not for you,
No,
Betty.
no. This is from my wife.
We're live.
Oh, hello, everybody. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, buddy. Oh, come here.
Look at that.
Brownies.
Brownies. Oh my goodness.
Hi,
I
buddy.
tell you what, you know, we need the resolution to lose weight.
I know.
After all these goodies, I'm telling you.
Oh, look at your TV
Yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah.
That's a
You like that?
beauty.
Yeah, and I just wish they'd come and get that cabinet and get it out of here. It's in my way. But yeah, we had that put on the wall, and I'm gonna get a new
I love it.
new TV stand.
I love it. Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit bigger. That's why it wouldn't fit in the stand. So we need a bigger stand.
77?
75, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So y'all know Kevin.
Hey, y'all.
He brought some more goodies.
I'm just saying hi to my friend Buddy. Everybody up in here.
He kind of smells
It's good.
today.
All these people wearing long pants.
Just said we act like we're cold or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cold this morning, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Back here.
Yeah, it was very cold this morning. So, Buddy didn't mind.
No?
No, he had his coat on. He wanted to sniff at everything. No, I thought maybe, you know, he would slow down in the cold, but he wanted to go the long way around. Mommy didn't, but he did. So we've seen all kinds of things. We've seen all kinds of things this morning. Yeah.
Sit down.
I will.
Oh,
Karen sent you some goodies.
Cookies?
Goodies.
Oh, brownies.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Made them this morning.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness, and he's got cookies there, so.
Yeah.
That's why I said we're gonna need that New Year's resolution to lose weight.
I never made no resolution.
No, we never do, but we're gonna have to this
What's
year.
this we? I'm talking about me. I don't make resolutions.
Right,
You
okay,
do whatever you want.
yeah.
She gave me the advice.
Oh, really? Well, thank you.
Yeah, we got two we don't need anymore.
Ah, okay. I keep a few around all the time anyhow, so, thank you.
We don't need,
Let me turn this volume up.
we don't need stuff.
Oh,
Hey, Skip, this is yours. The
Oh, nice.
Moscati from the potty. I don't drink it.
it's
You
a
don't?
Moscato.
No, I don't drink it.
Well, I do. You lay it in there, I'll drink it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Buddy. Yeah, like I said, we had so much good food the last couple weeks, I'm telling you. And like I said, it's just, and goodies,
This is great.
yeah. He likes the TV on the wall.
Huh?
He likes the TV on the wall.
I love it.
Hey, you see that thing sitting over here, this monstrosity thing?
No. Yeah.
We ain't never getting rid of this.
They're coming the 12th to pick
They
it
say
up.
they turn in 12. They're coming to 14th. We'll be down on the next day. Oh, well, that's too far away, you know.
Well, like I said,
Kind of like selling a house. Oh, I can't buy this house because the fan's the wrong color. They couldn't come up with any more dumber excuses.
Yeah, don't look at this fan, it's so dirty. But yeah.
We have to,
Okay.
this here.
Oh, your other mic don't work?
You have the other mic.
I got one, you got two.
I said here.
Okay. Okay, got it.
You have it work. There's the other mic.
Oh, I did not see that. Okay, did not know that. Anyhow, you'll be able to hear us, thank
How's
God.
everybody doing?
Yeah, how is everybody? And can you hear us?
Can you?
Like,
I know
ask
they
that
can.
right
I
off
just
the
turned-
bat.
I turned the phone up and I heard it.
Oh, okay, okay.
What is Buddy like?
Oh,
You have a cookie?
and,
I just don't like doing the camera thing out here because with the bright sun, it makes everything look dark on the film.
oh, Laura says there's no calories on food consumed on New Year's Eve.
Oh, God.
From your mouth to God's ears. I only hope. So, and Karen says the sound's good. Okay. Happy New Year from Warminster, Pennsylvania. 31 degrees now. Last Friday evening we had 1 inch of snow and ice. Could not use snow blower. Had
Hi,
to put
Julie.
ice melt and hand shovel.
Hi, Joey. It's not New Year's yet. That's tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's see, Ringo Loca says cold here too, 65 mile, about 65 with 30 mile per hour winds, gusting to 45.
Hey, your wife's on here.
Okay.
She's keeping an eye on you. Just,
Oh, I know.
just want to let you know your wife's here watching you,
Yeah.
making sure you didn't stop and pick up a girlfriend on the way over.
Yes, Happy New Year's Eve to all of you. And we're, we never celebrated so much in our life, I don't think. Like I said, this year has been one of those where we've had,
Everybody's having parties.
yeah, everybody's having parties and a nice, good food. Kevin is the best cook, I'm telling you. He really is. Well, and Karen's
If
the
you haven't
best
seen that
baker.
video, I posted a video of the food we had.
Yeah.
And he had prime rib, right? Prime rib.
Yeah. And you don't normally eat prime rib.
Well, if it's well done. I said
Yeah.
I don't like a plate full of blood.
Yeah, I know.
So he made a section for me, of which I think I ate most of all of it, right? I kept going back getting more.
Yeah.
I don't know what was left.
I don't know what you ate, but I made it well.
Whatever I ate was done.
And it wasn't hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot food's hot.
Good. But yeah, you just make the best food. And Karen is the best baker.
Oh,
Like, I don't know why both of you aren't huge. Yeah, because
What do you mean huge?
huge. I mean,
Fat?
yeah, I'm
Just-
I don't know how they can keep from it the way
Just
they
let's
eat.
say, I gotta go for my blood work next week and A1C. Let's say that may not be,
Maybe Chancy, yeah.
that may not be good.
What's A1C?
It's for diabetes,
Oh.
Your sugar level, yeah.
sugar level.
Yeah. I
You
did
know what's really
mine.
funny is I eat so much sweets, every time I go and get my blood work, everything comes out normal.
Yeah.
But
It,
But
it's
then the
just,
doctor tells me everything I'm doing wrong, but everything comes out normal.
it's
Well, that's
genetics.
good.
It's genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, long line of his family, you
But
know.
did you hear what I said? The doctors tells me what I'm doing wrong, but everything comes out normal.
Well,
The
okay.
only thing that comes out a little high, I think it's my cholesterol, the bad cholesterol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I call it LDL.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm on medicine for that. And then she said, do you take your medicine? No, it's in there.
I do.
Yeah, and Skip has long pants on, and I do, and so does Kevin.
Yeah, and I
said that
have,
40-some degrees is a little
well,
much for us.
I'm getting ready for tonight, so I have
Thermal?
thermal, and my sweatshirt,
You want it?
and my windbreaker, so I'll be all set for tonight.
Yeah, that's, just see me taking Buddy out this morning. Looked like the Michelin Man. I was cold.
We're going Brownwood tonight, see 789.
Is it gonna be open?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
No, they make the bands go home after temperature gets down to a certain degree.
yeah. But
What is that degree? Do you know?
I
it's
thought it was 40.
Yeah, it's 40-something. It's, in there, if it's not 40, it's 42, something like that.
Okay, because at 5 o'clock, it's gonna be like 50.
Oh, you'll be all right.
So, but when the sun goes down,
Yeah, it
then
goes
it's
down
really gonna
quick.
drop, so.
Here's how I think it really works.
Go ahead.
From what I've seen.
Buddy, come here.
If it's that mark, 40 degrees, let's say, because
Yeah.
I'm not sure it is. Say it's 40, if it's 40 degrees at 5, it's canceled.
Okay,
But if it starts at 5 at 45, and then say by 7:30 it gets down to 40, they go ahead and run it to.
Not always.
No, listen, last
know.
night they canceled it at 7,
Well, I did.
but they didn't have a big crowd there either.
Yeah, yeah. That has a lot to
I
do with
wonder
it right
why.
there.
Well, they're waiting for the
Buddy, come around here.
Grandkids
Listen.
Come here.
for
When the
tonight.
temperature around here gets below 50, people disappear. They hibernate in their house.
Oh,
They
I'll
don't
tell
go
you.
outside.
I'll tell you, it was
Come on.
32 this morning. It was,
Yeah,
Well,
it was
it
cold.
was cold.
The wind too. The wind was blowing.
Perfect pickleball weather, right?
you know
Little
what?
much.
I did not go. I did not go.
I can't believe it.
I know, I can't either. I just didn't want to be cold all day long and then be cold for tonight.
So you thought riding your golf cart around in 40-degree weather would be
No,
better?
it's 40, no, I just went to CVS. It's about
46.
46.
Oh, well, that's much better.
It's much better. It's much better than 32.
Yeah.
Come on, 32 is cold.
Yeah. Hey,
You
traveling.
know, they make heaters for the golf carts.
It's gonna warm up at the end of the week.
They're cheaper, not that much. 'Cause,
Traveling Vinny says,
all
looking
it is
forward.
is a little inverter, but you got lithium, right?
Yeah.
Put a little inverter in there.
Buddy.
Buy yourself a cheap electric heater, put the side curtains down, you can turn it on and just run. I did it.
Buddy.
He wants a cookie, and every time I go give it to him, he won't take it.
Traveling Vinny says, looking forward to my first Florida trip with our Class A 35-foot motorhome. Could you recommend an RV resort near the villages?
Yeah. Plantation Recreation, that's the closest one to the villages, it's across the street, and then the other one is over there on 441. Me and Linda did a video on it. What's it
It's
called?
Sunseeker
It's
Resort.
right next to Campers World. You can't miss Campers World.
It's Sunseeker Resort, I think.
What is it?
Sunseeker Resort.
Sunseeker Resort. Those are the two I'd recommend. They're real close to the villages, shopping, everything.
But
And
Recreation Plantation is your go-to, really. Yeah,
Yeah.
if they've got room.
If they got room, because most of these people, they make reservations for the winter like a year ahead of time. So, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, but those are two really nice ones, so.
Other than that, there's a Cracker Barrel over there on the other side by the historical area. And I don't know if they got them or not, but me and Sue, we boondock a lot at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
absolutely free. You can get it, but you gotta run your generator and stuff at night, for heat and stuff.
And then there's a Lowe's right behind it, so, if they don't have the parking where Lowe's does.
But they won't let you stay there for 3 months either.
No, it depends on how long you're staying, yeah. Mark Ryan says, hey, Skip, Sue, and Kevin, cheer on the Hawkeyes today.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
Cheer on the Hawkeyes today.
Hawkeye, what's a Hawkeye?
It's the Iowa Hawkeyes football team. They're
Football
playing-
people?
Yeah, they must be
In
playing
a college game day or
college-
something?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know tomorrow is.
So I bet Gators will be full.
yeah, oh yeah. It starts, well, the playoffs start tonight. Ohio State and Miami in the Cotton Bowl.
Then all the bowl games start
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and then tomorrow
Yeah.
starts at noon. And the one, Miami's gonna have the game at noontime at,
Wow.
in Miami.
Wow. TR Main says 44 degrees here. High of 56 today. She's in Oklahoma.
T-Man, go Colts.
Yeah.
Go Patriots, come
Yeah.
on.
Go Colts.
Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
What are you
Colts
talking
is
about?
kind of out of the season now, so their hope is for next year. But Laura says, I watched the webcams at the square last night around 5:15. Crowds were sparse and people were bundled up. You
Yeah.
bet. Yeah, we have those days. Every once in a while, we have those days. It's supposed to be back to 80 by the end of next week.
That's right.
It's not going to stay there, but it's going to go warm each day. It's going to warm up a little bit. It's
gonna warm up,
and
yeah.
And so we don't have
Rizzo
these.
said it's 53 degrees now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's really good.
We could almost done porch setting right there in the sun.
Oh, and
Because I bet it's 60 there.
Casa del Sol Boutique and Breakfast said, you are the same temp as us in Malaga, Spain. All the best to you. 3 for 2026. Well, thank you. Thank you, guys. And let's see.
We have green grapes ready for the 10-second countdown at midnight. I have
What?
I'm reading a comment.
Yeah, I know.
It says, we have green grapes ready. Must be some tradition somebody's got, 'cause
Yeah.
I've never heard
Evidently,
of
I
that.
never heard of it.
I know that.
Heard of a lot of things, but grapes wasn't one of them.
Mom
so.
always had that on the day of New Year's, potato,
Cabbage.
potato and cabbage,
Yeah,
right?
cabbage and potatoes, yeah.
You have any special things you ate on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving?
New Year- yeah,
New Year's
pork-
Day?
Pork pie.
Pork pie.
Yeah, my grandmother used to cook pork pies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my
Every
dad
family.
always did oyster stew.
Well, my dad would have ate that up. He loved oyster
Yeah,
stew.
yeah, well, for some reason, he did that on New Year's, but who knows?
Have you ever ate a raw oyster? Coming
Oh.
from the East Coast, you've really never had a raw
No,
oyster?
not me. I'm not a big seafood.
Oh, I am. I love seafood. But tell me, how does a raw oyster that looks like a raw burger with snot in it, how does that even look appetizing?
I can't.
You close your eyes and slurp.
Nah.
I can't answer that question because
Yeah.
I don't know. Same thing with the quahog. You know what a quahog is? It's a big, oversized clam.
Okay.
And my dad and I, we used to go digging for them in the water right offshore with a iron rake, and you just digging. He would eat them at 6 o'clock in the morning,
Oh, my.
and it's like,
Do you cook them or are they raw?
well, they were raw.
Okay.
I didn't eat them, but I cooked them for chowder and clam cakes.
I might
but-
try it that way, but I don't think. See, that's the thing about oysters, the same way. They suck them down raw, and I don't like that.
No, and they put the hot sauce and
Yeah.
horseradish sauce
Right.
and
Yeah.
they just suck them down. You don't chew them.
I will tell you though, people that like oysters,
Yeah.
they love them. There's no in between about them. I can take them or leave them. If you like Linda's husband, Frank,
Yeah.
he loves raw oysters. And when we come down here first, we took them over to Osha.
Oh, shucks.
Because they're known for that.
Yeah, no for that.
But I don't know anything about them. And he had a big plate full of them, and he said they were pretty good.
Yeah. Now, I like the soup off of oyster stew.
I don't care for that either.
Well, sometimes I just eat it with crackers, but
My wife loves oysters. She likes all seafood.
yeah. Mr. Rizzo said took down most of the.
I like seafood too. When I see food, I just eat it.
Oh man.
Mr. Rizzo took down most of the outside Christmas decorations yesterday and put them in the attic this morning. Well, good for you. You're right on the ball. I'm going to get to mine sometime today, and because I like that.
Up.
Well, I just got stuff on the windows, and I got to clean the windows, so I take that stuff down. But not in a big hurry. Never did do it before New
Kylie
Year's,
Rizzo
I think.
likes oysters. I know we took them over there. She was showing us how to suck them down. But, hey, if you like them, that's
you like 'em,
great.
you like 'em.
Yeah. Oh, Kremlin Vinny says, just looking for winter 2027, thank you. I said he's going to bring his motorhome down.
Who?
Traveling Vinny. So they're going to come down in the motorhome. He said they're
You
looking
said
for
that a while ago.
2027. Yeah.
I thought you said he's coming down now.
Now he was looking for a place to park.
Oh.
But
Well, look at those two places. I think both of them's got a website, or go to my RV channel. No, they stole my RV channel, so that video's gone.
yeah, that.
So, no, I don't have a video of it anymore. But anyway, check them out. Those two right there. See if you like them. The Plantation Recreation will probably be, or is it Recreation Plantation?
It's Recreation Plantation.
I get them mixed up. It might probably be more expensive because, especially in the winter, they have their own whoop-de-doo stuff in there. They got 2 or 3 swimming pools. They got tennis courts. They got their own rec building
Yeah,
in
they got a
there.
big rec building, and
they
they do a
have
lot of things like they do here.
bus
so.
trips, all that kind of stuff is there. That's why people like that right there.
Yeah.
So, but it's probably more pricier than the other place too. So if you're just looking for a place to park and plug in and you don't care about none of that because you're going to come to the villages, to the squares and whatever, then I would recommend the other place. What was it called?
I think it's Sunseeker.
Sunseeker. I'd recommend that. But they got their own recreational building too.
Gina Bina says, Happy New Year, everyone. Hey, Gina Bina.
Happy New Year.
Gina Bina, I was working on the thank you scroll, adding some names and taking some names off, and I seen in there where you upgraded to the next level up, which I sent you a message about, thanking you for that. But I had the damnedest time getting your name on that scroll because I go to Patreon and I put your name in there to see exactly how to spell it, and it kept saying you weren't a member. I have to respell it. And it says you're not a member. I done that 6 times before I finally found your email to know the exact way to spell. I thought Gina Bina was 2 words,
Okay.
and it's not. But we finally got it.
Yeah. Laura says, I have a friend who eats green grapes on New Year's Eve. Okay, there must be something to it. Must be a tradition of some kind. I
Must
just
be.
never heard of it.
What?
Yeah. Eating grapes on New Year's Eve.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
haven't
heard of that
either.
one.
But I know every family or state or wherever you're at, everybody has a tradition
Yes.
on, something about also mom and her sisters, I forget when it was, had something to do with Labor Day, I think. You had to wear white or something.
No, you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
They were big on that, which I didn't get that either.
It's a fashion thing. Let's see. TR said, oops, I meant go Hoosiers, beat Alabama tonight. Yes. Now that's a different story,
okay,
yeah.
Hoosiers,
Yeah.
That should be a very good game
Oh, I
tomorrow
think
at
so.
4 in the Rose
Yeah.
Bowl. Really good game.
Yeah, they all got a really good start, and then,
Yeah.
kind of after Jones got hurt, then the Colts petered out, but they all got a really good start.
But the next 4 games should be really, really good.
Right.
Really
Who do you think's going to make the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl?
Yeah. Just a good guess?
The Colts,
No,
No, they're out.
No, they're really. I'm telling
shows you what I know about it.
Well, yeah.
I'll tell you, I think Philly, and it may be New England or Denver. I mean, New England's the story of the year, no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm a Patriot fan.
Yeah.
But they are the story of the year. I mean, if they make it, they were 3-11, or no, 3-13 last year, and now they have a shot. Drake
Yeah.
May.
That's cool.
Travion, it's
Yeah.
like, oh boy, it's, we'll see.
And Rizzo says, roll tide.
Roll Tide, oh boy. Good luck.
Yeah. And Kyle says, Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Popeye the Sailor says, I was shocked to hear on Skip's last newscast about the revenge of the swinger. Didn't think people were old enough to be swingers in the villages.
They're not. They just think they are, or they that's clickbait. They'll title things like that because then you'll click on it to see what that is. I mean, And what she was doing was threatening with a bunch of stuff that probably wasn't true, but you know how people get sometimes when they drink too much.
Yeah. And then, let's see. Kathy Beast in the 603 says, Happy New Year, packing up to head to my patio villa for the winter. Good girl. Just come on down.
Where is it? Is she the one that lives down the road?
No, she's in the newer area, yeah. Joseph Smith said, Happy New Year's from 33 degrees Ohio. Well, you know where we're at.
Somebody says in Spain, we need to wear red underwear for luck.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be the bed and breakfast. And the bed and breakfast people, Casa del Sol.
Where do these weird traditions come from?
I don't know. A lot of it is the state you're in. And I don't know why Hoosiers did cabbage and potatoes. And
What does red underwear have to do with good luck?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, in America, where it's just as bad, how many of us has family members that actually believe that a rabbit's foot was good luck?
Stop.
I can remember having keychains with the rabbit's foot on the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then if you can't find nothing else, coleslaw works. Something about cabbage. Cabbage
Yeah.
is.
Stuffed
money.
cabbage. Did I give you some stuffed cabbage the last time?
I don't think so.
Oh, that'll be next on the list.
But it's good stuff, I'm telling you. But some kind of cabbage, if it's coleslaw, if it's cabbage and potatoes, or what do they usually put with cabbage?
Potatoes?
The meat?
Oh, ham.
No.
Yeah, I always put ham and cabbage. You can do
It
whatever
smells to
you want.
high heaven. I'm trying to think of it.
Ham.
No, it wasn't ham.
Not tripe.
No, it's.
Maybe it's human flesh.
Oh, quit. Kyle says she's having steak and lobster tonight.
See, there you go. Who says that any of this has to be done on,
Well.
just like Thanksgiving? Steak and lobster was my Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. Corned beef?
Corned beef,
Corned
yeah.
beef. Right.
Yeah, cabbage and corned beef, yeah.
Kathy, there is a place on, oh my word, yeah, I think it's 27 that is a seafood place. Karen, send me the name, please. And the people are from Rhode Island.
Is it Seafood
And-
Shack?
Oh, the Seafood Shack on 27. Great New England seafood.
Yeah, it's not very big.
No,
But
and it is.
everybody says it's the
yeah,
best seafood.
And don't look at it from the outside because you won't go in.
Right.
But it is.
Well, look at those shucks.
I know. It's great.
If you're an outsider, you've never been here, and if somebody told you that those shucks was a good place to go for oysters, you'd look at that building and go, I ain't going in there.
Right, but the seafood.
Yeah. I remember we was in Knoxville once, and we were at a bed and breakfast, and the guy that owned the bed and breakfast told us to try this place out. And when we got there was bars on the window. We were on motorcycles.
Oh,
We were there for the Honda Hoot. We were on motorcycles, and Skip said, "I ain't going in there."
But a buddy of mine, he says that guy really recommended this place and blah blah blah. So we go in there.
I'm so glad we
It was a
did.
unique place. The food was not good at all, as far as I'm concerned. Everything was wrapped up in grape leaves, and it all had. The guy was from Egypt, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And his family that run the place. I mean, they worked hard to get the business going, and I can see where, to some people, this place would probably be a great. I just didn't care for it.
You just didn't care for that kind of food.
I didn't care for the food. No, the atmosphere was great.
Yeah.
I just didn't care for the food at
Yeah,
all.
and he was really good. He was almost blind, I believe, and his wife and his mother was helping him in the kitchen. But he was a hoot. He really, really was. And it was a great place. But like I said, if you'd have thought, look at the outside, yeah, we didn't want to leave our bikes out there.
Yeah.
You know, and all, but we didn't have any problem.
They would go back in the kitchen. First, they'd bring your appetizers.
Yeah.
And then they would go back in the kitchen and they would change clothes. And then they would come back dressed as a monkey. I'm throwing this out there, dressed as a monkey.
Yeah, it was so
And then they
fun.
would bring you, everything was served separately. Then they'd bring you, say, soup, whatever it was, whatever you ordered. And then they'd go back in the kitchen. Then they would come out dressed as Popeye. I mean, that's just how it went. All day it was in
Well,
there.
and you know, we didn't know any of the food on the menu, so he said,
okay.
let me pick for you.
Yeah.
So he would bring us different stuff, and
Okay.
we got to
Yeah,
try
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
It was
right.
really fun. And I know you was trying to think of something at Disney the other day, a restaurant at Disney, and it was
There's 2 or 3 at Disney that I liked, and I don't remember which park they were in. One of them was, I think it was called the 50s or something. And then the other one was an indoor restaurant where each section had like a black and white TV, and it would play old stuff like the Lucy Show. And the lady, your server in that section, because everything was in different rooms, and she would talk to everybody in there like we were all one family.
yeah.
You know, and then there was another one where they were just rude. So, what?
Well,
I mean, this is how she comes with her service. She goes, "So what?" And you're just like,
I felt right at home. But no, I remember you talking about the Mediterranean restaurant. It was Madagascar, and Judy had a thing on there about it this morning about they closed down during COVID, and they sold the place. They were the only ones that had their own restaurant. They
Okay.
actually bought it from Disney, but they sold it back to Disney because they didn't come back after COVID.
Oh, okay.
So, but you know, good food. It wasn't exactly what we expected. We expected it to be real spicy.
I
you
thought
know.
it was just bland.
And it was. It was very bland, and it
We
kind of
had
surprised
couscous,
us.
and I asked the guy, "So this what exactly is couscous?" You know, because all the people in there are from the country in which they're representing. And he was telling us it's some kind of rice, and he told us about the spices, which I don't know anything about spices. And then it had lamb in it, if I remember right. And I'd never ate lamb in my life. So I'm eating this, and I'm expecting for it to be, kind of spicy like she's talking about. It was just bland. I mean,
Yeah.
really, really.
And I don't know whether they, maybe they did that because they thought Americans wouldn't like all the spices.
I don't know.
But they were authentic, where they come from. It was authentic foods, what they said. And like some of the other places, like the French place and some of those places, they did, they had very authentic food.
Okay.
And the people come right from that country, and do it. So I was kind of surprised that theirs was so bland. And maybe that's the way it is all the time, and people just complain about it. I don't know. But I was expecting more.
Alfonso Smith. Yes, you can. There's several websites you can go to. I don't know anything about all of them, but I know about one called Villagers Homes for Rent. That's the website. And every house on there is for rent by the owner of that house. They don't allow companies on there. I would suggest going there, look and see what they got, what's available, what ain't available. There's a whole list of homes in there. There'll be thousands of homes in there. Big ones, small ones, with a pool, without a pool, all that kind of stuff. I'd go there and look around and see what you think.
Yeah, especially if you got a pet with you and you're looking for one that's pet friendly, that it will show on there, or show a paw print to show you that it's pet friendly. And that saves you a lot of work right there, because sometimes it's hard to find one, that is, so.
Look at that, Kylie Rizzo redacted her statement. Was it bad? Was it nasty? Did you call me a name?
What kind of cookie you having?
Who, me?
Yeah. Which one do you like?
I've had them all.
I know.
Yeah, he done went through all the
Yeah,
snickerdoodles.
all half of the stuff that I brought home from the party is already gone.
Man.
These are the ones Sue's probably hid from me because she thinks I have too
Oh, and Casa del Sol says, yes, in Spain we need to wear red underwear for luck. So,
Okay.
many. I don't get it.
I don't know, you got red underwear?
Where I come from, you have
Do
to.
you feel lucky?
That's what she said.
So, Kathy B in the 603 said, before we leave, we're going out for some New England seafood.
Nice.
Hard to find in the villages. We're going to try Lena's Seafood in Silver Springs. The owners
Where'd you say it
are from
was?
Massachusetts.
The New England Seafood,
Seafood Shack.
Seafood Shack on
441.
441 or is it 27?
It's kind of right at the split, but
that the
Well, that's down
Yeah.
by Leesburg then.
yes.
Yeah,
Down toward
near
Leesburg.
Aldi's, the new Aldi's, I think. Somewhere down there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't been down there in a while, so.
You can Google it and find it.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. But, I mean, great cod, because we have not found cod anywhere except that Seafood Shack.
Oh, that's good, because I bought it everywhere, and
And
everywhere it's frozen,
It's frozen.
and it's mushy.
Yeah.
So if you get it,
It's,
it's just hard, well, because, they don't have it around
they don't
here.
have it around here.
Yeah.
But
So,
You know,
the salmon's very good.
Technically, fish should never be frozen
I know.
at any
Right,
time.
true.
yeah, well, Skater Mom says Patriots fan here too.
Yeah,
Okay.
wouldn't that be something, the Patriots and the Eagles in the Super Bowl?
And Kathy B says, love watching Drake May.
Yes, he's the real deal.
And Happy New Year from Cindy G.
When renting a house, what are their amenities and what comes with that? It all depends on the person that owns the house and what they're willing to give you. I can only tell you when I rented mine out, they paid me 3 months in advance. Because they always rented it January, February, and March. That was the months that I rented mine out.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to rent it for January, February, and don't go by me, because everybody's different. You had to rent all 3 months. You had to send me a check for all 3 months up front, and you had to send that to me within, I think, 30 days before rental started. And I gave you everything. I surrendered my resident passes so you could have the resident passes and all the amenities that goes with that. And I paid for everything. I paid for the electric, the heat, the gas, if I had any out there. I don't remember if I had gas or not. But what else did we pay? We paid everything, the television, the cable, Wi-Fi, all that. All you had to do was pay the rent.
Quit.
Now, like I
Come
say,
here.
every home's different. Every homeowner is different.
Yeah.
We gave them a golf cart too. We didn't charge them extra for a golf cart.
Yeah.
I was real easy to get along with. I just wanted you to take care of the house. That's all I really asked you to do.
That's true.
But go to that website, and every home on there generally will tell you, there'll be a description there telling you exactly what comes with that home. If you have a cat, good luck on finding any home here that will accept a cat.
Yeah.
I find that is the number one problem with anybody with a cat and they want to rent a home.
Kathy B says her patio bill is in Oak Hollow. Her
Okay.
patio bill is in Oak Hollow, Kathy B.
I don't know where Oak Hollow is.
It's one of the brand new neighborhoods. So, in
Oh,
Ringo.
that's right. That's the one I keep thinking. They say Ocala, and it's Oak Hollow.
Yeah, yeah. And Gringo Loco says people drink in the villages. He looks surprised.
Well, yeah, you could say they drink a little.
I think people drink everywhere.
Yeah.
Craig Morrison redacted the message. Are these people calling me names and they're all redacting these messages?
I don't know. Barbara Ebner says, happy, healthy New Year. All Kevin and Karen did a wonderful job on the Christmas feast.
Thank
And
you
go,
very much.
Go
Appreciate it.
Eagles. Yeah, they
Go
did.
Patriots.
They did do a wonderful job on, we don't normally, I don't think we've ever went out on Christmas Day for dinner, other than to the truck stop. But,
Well, if
But
I
it was
go back
really
to when the
good.
kids were little, we used to go to your mom and dad's on Christmas Eve, my mom and dad's on Christmas.
they,
Christmas
yeah,
Day. When did we have our Christmas?
before we left.
So we had ours like the day before Christmas Eve, then went to your mom
No,
and
no,
dad?
no, no. We had it, we had it the night before and the day of, before we left the house to go to your mom's or my mom's. We had our own Christmas.
I don't remember. That's really about the last time we ever actually went out. We didn't go out for dinner or anything because we always ate at their houses. Her
Yeah,
mom,
yeah.
she was one of them that probably cooked all night long. And when you went there, or the way her kitchen was designed, there was no place to sit because it had food sitting on it. The counter was full of food. I mean, just food was just everywhere.
Craig says collard greens and black-eyed peas. We weren't that far south, Craig. Yes, I mean, I like collard greens, but yeah, we weren't that far south. I know farther south that they did do collard greens and
For
black-eyed
New
peas.
Year's Day? It could be.
Yeah, that's more a Louisiana
That's
thing.
more of a
Yeah.
soul food kind of place.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I've been to a couple of soul food restaurants, and that is some of the best fried chicken you'll ever get a hold
That's
of.
right.
Oh, Linda found one down in Leesburg. It was a breakfast place. And I can't think of the name of it. I seen it the other day. I can't think of the name of it. But she really, really liked it. Her and Roy both, they said it was great. So, oh, we got company. Okay. Buddy. Yes, we got more people. We need another chair.
Here, let me put this.
Okay. Hang on. No. You guys stay right here. Stay right here until they get in here. Yes, I know. You can say hi in a minute.
Hello.
Say hi.
Bring me over here.
Say hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Come on in. This is Kevin Jacks.
Hello, Kevin. I'm Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda, how are you?
I'm fine. New into the village.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, welcome. Hi, I'm Kevin.
I'm Art.
Art, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Rhonda, come on around, have a seat.
I have a
Why don't
gift.
you two
I have a
sit back
gift for
there?
you.
Okay.
That way you'll be on camera. I don't really.
I can stand.
Oh, okay, cool. What's this?
Oh,
Ellsworth Fire Department. Longboat Key Fire and Rescue.
That's over.
Very
that's out
good,
by,
very good.
Out past Tampa. It's out on the island.
Boy, I'd like to work with them guys for a day. Yeah, I rode it with the cops over here in Leesburg. That was fun. Prove them fun
Yep.
yeah.
for a day. That was not really interesting. Everybody was really behaving. And if you're looking for good video, that has to be the most boringest video I ever did. Nothing went on.
You have your back to the camera, dear. Get your office chair.
Huh?
That's
Get your-
okay. I'll
get
stand
your
right.
office chair.
I'm not gonna stay too much longer.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go take a nap for a long night.
Long night, yeah.
Getting ready to go boogie, yeah. So, well, thank you. What you got here?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
She made that with
Nice.
her laser. She made those.
you made this?
Yes.
Oh,
I
my
made about-
goodness.
About 30 of them for other people.
Now, if you can all see that, it's really, really pretty. Oh, and we got it signed too. That's
Oh,
nice. Yeah. Wow. That's something I'll treasure. Thank you.
Where y'all from?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yes, they're
Oh,
Hoosiers.
I should well see that.
Yeah, they're Hoosiers.
Get that chair. I could just went out there and got one of those.
They're- She made that.
That's cool.
That's nice.
That little, you did that?
Yep.
How did you do that with not, is that wood?
Yep.
Yep, with a
It's
laser.
I designed it and then put it together, but the laser cut it.
It's amazing that didn't snap somewhere.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Crap.
Put it close to the camera so they could see it.
Oh, they're too busy looking at my back.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, I made about 30 of them and it would be,
You know,
and then I
got this
sold,
backwards, so they're gonna read it backwards, they can't see
Okay.
it anyway.
Well, it's just-
I sold three of them and the rest of them I made for gifts and giveaway.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all, this is Rhonda and Art from Indiana.
If you guys, let me see this is what's bad about all this. If you guys wanna know any questions, these guys bought a house down in the newer section not too long ago, and this is your first winter here, right?
Yes.
So this,
We
Yeah,
bought
with
it
the
in
building,
March.
we've been coming down with the RV. We've been coming down with the RV and staying at Grand Oaks RV Resort over on Lady Lake
Grand Oaks,
last
okay.
2 winters.
What's the name of it?
Grand Oaks RV Resort.
never been there.
It's,
No.
it's a equine facility.
Where they used to have.
somebody was just asking a good place to go for next year, and we recommended Recreation, cause it's just right there, but it's probably not the cheapest either.
No, but Grand Oaks is they have RV spots up there, and they always have something going on the weekend with horses and stuff.
They've got a restaurant right there.
They've got an
They've got
amazing
Is
restaurant.
it up by Ocala?
No, it's over in Where'sdale.
Lady
over
Lake.
Over 25A.
It's off Lady Lake.
I don't get out much.
But yeah, they got amazing food. in
Is
there.
that close to our favorite hideaway restaurant?
It's before you get there.
Weirsdale, isn't that where Maul Baker's house is at, where she was killed?
Well, it's kind of that way. You're talking about Eden's Beach. And I said, yeah, we love Eden's Beach. It's before you get to Eden's Beach. It's on 25A before you get to Eden's Beach.
You just said it was by Weirsdale.
Well, you kind of cross the line.
Then when I was a trucker, this is why I never let women give me directions.
It's in Lady Lake. If you go across, it's over by Best Buy and all that stuff, and it's down a country road down there.
Yeah.
It's called
Oh, okay.
Where
Grand
the
Oak.
big post office is.
Would you recommend it if somebody?
Absolutely,
Really?
100%.
Okay.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful place, big oaks and stuff, and they got wide open space if you want to have your satellites and stuff like that. They've got a whole bunch of roads through there. You can ride your bikes, or e-bikes or walk, and they got a ton of horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go out there for the horse shows,
Yes.
until they built the equestrian center, kind of took their wind out of
Yes,
sails.
yes.
But they did have a museum in there. I don't know if the
No,
museum's still open.
The museum is closed. The museum is closed. And they don't do buggy rides anymore. But they also have cottages over there. So like, let's say you're there with an RV and you have family want to come. They have beautiful cottages that are there, and they're not stupid money to rent. They're reasonable.
Yeah, and it's
In
wide
the
open
winter, they're
area.
reasonable?
Yep.
Because that's
Yep.
usually when prices here kind of.
Yeah.
But it's
No,
a beautiful area.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And like I said,
You're out in the
every
nature.
weekend they've got a horse event going on and stuff like that, and it's really, really a good place to go.
You mentioned something there that over the years, I mean, we've owned RVs now for, I don't even know, 50 years. You buy one, you get rid of it, you get something else. And
Sure.
you say, I'm tired of this. And then 2 years later, you go, well, I kind of miss not having one. And you buy another one.
Right.
But over the years, it was always the shady spot. Everybody was looking for the shady spot next to the water or whatever.
Right,
now,
right.
all of a sudden, everybody's looking for the open spot.
Yes.
Because you got solar.
Yes.
You got the
Yes. The
satellite thing.
satellite, yep. Starlink. Yep. Yeah. It's got both. They got a real big dog. They got 3 dog parks. Big dog parks. So and they even got a pool. And they got a swimming pool, and then at the what do you call it, the rec center or whatever, there by the RV park,
Yeah.
they've got a little apartment in there you can rent too.
Oh, cool.
So you have different.
So if she
options.
throws me out, I can just go get an apartment over there.
Yeah, you can probably do real good, Skip. Yeah, and you got a pool right outside your
There
back
you go.
door. You're good to
Oh,
go.
I know how cheap you were. You'd be in the Cracker Barrel parking lot.
But yeah, they don't have cable, but you do. I mean, we didn't have any problem with reception of television and stuff like that. So
Okay, I don't know what they're saying on there as far as the chat goes, but I'm going to ask a couple of questions that people have asked me about the new areas, and I don't know. I don't live down there.
I understand.
Somebody saying, would you live down there? I can't answer that because I don't really spend that much down there. Now, why did you decide to, what neighborhood are you in?
We're in the village of Newell.
Newell.
Yeah,
Newell.
which is down by the Franklin Rec Center and down by Sawgrass.
Okay.
What's the best part about Newell that you've seen so far? Or have you been there long enough to even really?
Well, we've been there quite a bit. What made us move there, and it just everything fell into place for us, is that our friends that we met on the road RVing, they were full timers, and they bought a home down there. So we were going to try to be close to them, which we are. I can say that the majority of the demographics are our age. I mean, it seems like the villages break up in different demographics.
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much how it works.
Up north of the historical side.
Yeah, that's the oldest area.
Oldest, and
Right.
it kind of works its way back,
Right.
But it seems like, my wife, she does the 5K and stuff, and it's like when everybody's walking, everybody's active, everybody's out. We live in a little villa area, and we know all our neighbors. We have a morning, once a month coffee thing in the driveway. So, everybody's super social.
Yeah.
And
That's the way it was in the villa area we were in when we lived there. Is everybody was like that. Certain time of day or night, there was somebody having a card game, somebody having driveway coffee or
Right.
things like that.
And then they still do that. We just don't participate anymore.
I don't think they do it here anymore.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Who has coffee?
What?
Who has coffee? She's stumped because there is nobody here that has coffee parties or anything.
Yeah.
All they have is what they call driveway parties.
They have a social every month, and they have bingo.
But that's not
It's
their
the
house.
whole
Socials is
neighborhood.
up at the rec center. apples and oranges, apples and
Well, they
oranges.
had Oktoberfest every year, and
Right.
the 3 everybody's down here on the
Right,
corner.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
she
one
does.
of the things that we did in our neighborhood, and it was over by our friend's house, we had Thanksgiving dinner, and we literally had 40, 50 people. We had tables lined
Right.
up on the road, you know?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Sometimes, well, and we had, I forget what it was.
What kind of place, Kevin?
We had a Christmas party here because some of the people that we worked with, businesses, they sent over a choir over here to sing in our church.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, yeah,
They've
yeah.
seen
yeah.
Christmas.
And,
Custom Windows, they're, who enclosed our lanai here.
Right.
Wonderful people, and like I said, yeah, they come and caroled here, and so we just.
Told
decided
everybody on
everybody,
Patreon, you know, come on over.
Right, yeah. And
So-
that's one thing I think they're gonna try to do. I think they're gonna try to, they didn't limit to who could come to the Thanksgiving, but her goal is to take up the whole street, you know?
You can do that.
I think.
I have been to driveway parties to where the community watch guy driving around had to pull around in the driveway to turn around. He couldn't even get through.
Yeah, and that's how they are down there.
Yeah.
They got bands and everything else
Yeah.
going on down
They
there.
don't care. They just wave at you and smile. You know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
They know everybody does
Yeah,
that.
Alfonso Smith wants to know if he can get a long-term rental and a house there instead of buying a house. Yes.
Didn't I just answer that?
I don't know. But yeah, there's plenty of places that people want, and Kyle has one that's available in August.
I would love to rent from mine.
Yeah,
Keep
Rizzo's
thinking,
have
if
one
we had
that'll
a
be
stand-
available
If
in
we had a
August.
stand for this thing, that it's close enough to both of us where I wouldn't have to hold it. But see, it's directional. That's,
Keep it on a
You guys
coffee
heading out
cup.
tonight
Can we
anywhere?
do that?
We're going to our friend's house. We're gonna have a little get together there.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's our
maybe we
plan.
can try that. I don't know.
Yeah, that might
See
work.
how it works.
Yeah.
Okay,
So anyway, are you happy with that area down there?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. And you
Absolutely.
bought a villa of some kind, right?
Yes, and what's our house called?
It's called Arlington.
It's an
It's
Arlington.
Arlington.
Okay.
Now, is that a patio villa or is that a courtyard villa or do they have a different name for them?
Hell, I
I
don't
think
know.
it's a patio, no, I think it's a courtyard villa, I think.
Let me ask you, is it all stone?
Yes,
Okay,
and there's a
that's courtyard.
stone, wall around the backyard.
We got a corner lot.
That's that's a
Yeah.
courtyard.
Nice.
Yeah, and so it's
Yeah.
deeded for a pool. We got enough space and
You
stuff.
gonna do that?
No, why do I do
There's one
that?
right across.
I don't know.
Why the hell I wanna have that?
if
Yeah,
you got
no.
so many of them, you don't need to.
I got 100 something, I got the Franklin Center right across the street from
I
me.
know.
Oh, yeah, no, I know exactly where you are.
How many pools are there in the village? We had a report about it. 600 some pools or something?
I
It's
have it.
110. I think.
110?
Yeah, she got it in the paper.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's just and I always wonder about people, why do you need a pool? There's like one everywhere
Well,
you
you know,
look.
we've been here in the spring break and stuff like that. It's a family pool at the rec center.
Yeah.
I've never seen it full, you know, but we got an adult pool just right down the road. You
Yeah.
know, so it's
Right.
like, why do I want to put
Only, I can think of a couple of reasons. One's medicinal, well, you might have one. And then the other one would be to get away from the rays of the sun in the summer. All our pools are outside. So if you had one built, you could have it inside a
Right.
overhang or something to
Right,
stay out.
right. But but as I drive around, I don't ever see anybody in their pools.
That is that is a thing. You go by our family pool up here, even when it's in the middle of summer and the kids are out of school and whatever, it's amazing as how many are not in there.
Well, even the ones that are in the backyards.
Yeah.
You know,
But
you don't see
it's
people.
What are
in
you
their-
doing spying in your neighbor's backyard?
As I'm driving down the road, I'm very observant.
It's a timing thing,
That's right.
really, you know.
Okay.
Like I said, when the first group is like from 7 to 9 in the morning. And then after that, you get the 12 to 2, then the 2 to 4. You know, everybody's got their little time, their own little group
You want a Coke or
kind of
anything?
thing.
You gotta ask how's your long
I got the
donuts.
mine in there.
Hey Skip, how's the long donuts? How was the donuts?
They're gone.
That worked. Well,
I tell you, he ate the whole thing.
You ate them all?
yeah, the dog doesn't.
You guys want some cookies?
No thanks.
Yeah.
From Indianapolis, for those that don't know, there's a place there that's been there for years.
Yeah.
Called Long Donuts.
It's like a tradition.
Yeah, if you ever get to Indianapolis, you need to go to Long's Donuts. There's one right across the street from the track.
Yeah.
You know, and Yeah, they're absolutely totally amazing.
And if you're in the Muncie area, it's Concannons.
Yeah. So yeah,
They
you
both
know-
got the reputation of the best, yeah.
Yeah, and it beats Krispy Kremes, it beats everything. It's long donuts. You gotta
Yeah.
stop
I've
having
been in
long.
town for, I'll say 100 years. I don't even know that, but it's been there forever.
Ever. Yep. And there's one right across the street from the
I
racetrack.
can't believe it took them this long to open up a second one.
Yeah. Well, they didn't only open about a few years ago. So yeah, on Southport Road.
I was shocked when you told me that.
Yeah.
Hi, Kelly McGreen. How are you? Happy New Year. Miss you.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone.
She's my friend from Rhode Island.
You have a friend?
I do. Kelly McGreen.
Oh,
Jose-
Carol
You're
Carol
Jose
from
always-
Rhode Island? I've
Jose
never met
always-
anybody from Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Never met anybody
Jose
from
always
Rhode
tells me.
Island.
You have now.
When I tell
I
him,
have now.
when I ask him, you got a friend? He said, yeah, only one, and you're not it.
Okay, let's see. Barbara wants to know if I missed the traditions of home. You know, I wasn't big into a lot of traditions. I just know
Me
what
neither.
people normally did. Didn't necessarily mean that we did
You
it.
did or not?
But you know, like, I didn't eat oyster stew because my dad did. I didn't do that every Christmas. I just knew that he did. And I like the soup off of it. I don't eat the oysters. I just like the milk and butter, basically. And I eat that with crackers sometimes when my stomach's upset. But yeah,
I don't know what it is about oyster crackers either. My dad was big on that. If you didn't have oyster crackers, then oyster stew wasn't very good. And I've had oyster crackers.
They're just
To me,
dry crackers,
Yeah, they just taste like regular crackers,
but
right?
there's no salt on them.
I gotta tell you.
Oh, wait.
They're
Maybe
just
that's it.
plain.
You know, speaking of oyster, I gotta tell you a funny story. As those people don't know, I'm a retired fireman. So we have a guy that was from New England. He went home and he bought all the stuff. He's gonna make, clam chowder. Gonna make chowder.
Chowder.
He worked on that all day at the firehouse, And when it come time to service, I thought it was kind of plain, It's like, well, okay, I don't want to say nothing. We were cleaning up. He goes, oh shit, forgot to put the freaking clams. It was potato soup. He forgot to put the clams in it. I go, well, Leo, that was really good.
Billy G says a very, very happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year.
And
That's tomorrow.
So,
yeah. Yeah,
so my
yeah.
friend said, so this is what retirement is like in Florida.
It can be.
Kelly, yes, it is.
And more,
And,
really.
and more. I mean,
Yeah, you got time to talk to
Yeah.
your friends.
They're all talking
and-
about how good your food was at it's Christmas party, but what they don't know is you feed half the neighborhood when the party was
How many
over.
Are you the
ribs-
one that did
How
the
many
prime rib?
ribs did you
Yes,
cook?
yes.
3.
Wow, they look
I was
amazing.
watching that and I went, oh, I need to go there. That looked amazing.
Well, and these are his wife's cookies.
These are my wife's cookies.
And she brought brownies too. I don't know where that box went to. But they were
yeah,
I
brownies.
put them in there because Buddy kept looking
Oh,
at the
yeah,
box.
yeah.
Yeah, so-
She's the baker and.
Yeah, so
Kevin's
this
the
is how
cook.
we live on it. This is Skip and Sue Kelly. It's Skip's YouTube channel, and he's on at 12 o'clock every Wednesday called Porch Settin. We're live.
Yeah.
And sometimes guests like me and Art and Rhonda, we just show up
They
and
just show up.
we just show up and
Everybody that watches my show regularly knows everybody just shows
yeah,
up.
everybody's
Yeah,
welcome
yeah,
to
you
come
come to
in.
the
And the only
porch.
reason why we're out here, in case you don't know,
It's-
if you'll notice, his stuff's covered over.
Yeah.
The plant. It's because it's colder than hell outside.
I mean, when I have one,
When we say colder
Two,
than hell for those people in the
3.
north, it's 53.
well, it was, I'll tell you, it was 30 this
30, yeah.
morning. It was very cold getting the paper this
I
morning.
still say that's perfect weather for you pickleball players.
No.
No, that's a little too cold. 40's good. 40's good.
30 and 40 degrees is great for people that like
30,
to walk
man,
a
that's,
lot.
Yeah.
I think it is.
No,
Yeah.
31 was a little bit cold for me this morning, but.
How many times you walked down to Brownwood and brought me home donuts when it was 32 degrees?
Well, I
When we
walked every
first
day,
moved
so,
here.
you know.
When you first moved here, you have all this energy. You got all this excitement. I'm going to go for a walk. I'll be back in 3 hours.
Right.
10 years later, I don't know. It's kind of windy out there
Right,
today.
Dry the golf cart all dry.
But I take Buddy out every morning and every evening, and so I get my walk in, but I don't go to Brownwood anymore, but yeah. it's
I'm
nice
amazed
time.
Buddy will go for a walk, cold as it gets.
He didn't mind it. I put his coat on and he didn't
Wait
like
till he gets his
that.
haircut.
Yeah, well, I said he didn't like put his coat on. He argues with me every day. I
Kelly
have to
says
chase
hi
him
to
down.
everybody.
But yeah, let me see.
Welcome, Kelly.
Kelly McCrane, the pools are
Ke-
just for show. Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, a lot of people,
You just don't see them. They might go out there, but you just don't see them.
well, I just didn't have time this year, so.
Yeah, well, you know, as I put it, if you can afford it, great. Put one in, a pool.
Oh, if you want a pool, I got no
I mean-
problem with it.
I mean-
But I'm with him on that. There's-
Yeah, I mean,
How many hundreds of? What's the closest
150,000.
pool to your house if you have to go to a pool?
Fish Hook.
I don't know how far that is.
I can walk a minute.
That's how most people are. There's a pool you can walk to.
Yeah.
In your village, your neighborhood, there's always a pool, you know, and they've
And then
got
if-
family pools, sports pools, you know.
Right, and
there's
then if
enough.
that's closed, you go to Buttonwood, then if not, go to St. James. I mean, you got 3 pools within,
The only thing I just
Quarter of
think
a
might
mile.
be a little bit of,
And they didn't have
strategic
anything,
as
which
far as picking
surprised
a
me.
place
They
to
have everything
go,
else.
depending on what you like to do, is if you like to do a lot of shopping and don't wanna go far, some of these places aren't the closest to shopping. The hell is that? No, that's your phone. I keep looking for this Bob White running around here.
Okay, yeah.
Or if you wanna be close to a square, 'cause a lot of people like to go down there every night, that's for exercise, they dance every night.
oh yeah,
So if you're in some neighborhoods, you got to go a little ways, like say if you're in Nancy Lopez, it's a long way to Spanish Creek Square.
that's a long way.
Yeah,
Billy G wants to know why they don't have a pool without swimsuits. Well, they'll get there eventually.
what do you mean, naked?
Yeah,
Nude?
yeah.
Well, you can do that.
But I mean, he wants to look at old people nude.
You can go down there and get naked if you
I
want
don't
to.
even wanna look at myself, let alone other
I mean,
people.
but Tom even said the same thing, he said, we ought to have a nude beach here, but I kept thinking about it, he said, who in the hell wants to see old people naked?
I know when I told my kids about the village cheerleaders, when we first moved down here, I said, it's a hoot. And I sent him a picture and my son sent me back that, who wants to hear it, see an old 80-year-old lady that's a cheerleader? I said, well, you know.
I don't know,
just
the
thought it was
twirlers
cool.
were pretty good at
Yeah.
the one,
They-
the
they-
braid.
Yeah, they're good, I mean,
The pearl-
yeah,
the twirlers
they're
were
really
really
good.
good.
Yeah. Becky Farber says she's making, she's listing while she's making biscuits and gravy for lunch.
Oh, I like biscuits and gravy.
Yes,
Especially
yes,
homemade.
yes.
Let me tell you about Florida, nobody here knows what gravy is. We've had this discussion,
I know.
am I telling you the truth or what?
I guess
Biscuits
so.
and gravy?
Other than
What do they-
Cracker Barrel, nobody knows what gravy is.
Well, I went over to that hot dog place
I
before we
make
left, and I want
biscuits
coney
and
dogs.
gravy all the
Yeah,
time.
but coney is chili. Like, it's not chili, it's coney sauce, you know?
What do they call?
Wait a minute, you mean they don't know the difference between chili and coney sauce?
No.
Or are they saying their coney sauce is chili?
That's, coney is their chili.
No, that's not coney sauce.
Well, you know, you used to chili soup.
We're talking about a hot dog.
Right.
We're talking about coney sauce.
Right.
They're saying their chili is their coney sauce.
Well,
That's
people
what they
that
put
don't
on the
put-
hot dog for the coney sauce
Yeah.
is chili.
Well, I done told you my feelings about that place. And I know I'm probably in the minority here, but I don't care for
It's
it.
a hot dog. How do you dress up a hot dog?
And Kelly says, hello, happy new year. You made me famous, Kevin.
So what is gravy here?
They don't have any, they don't know what it is.
Everything's sauce.
So they put sauce
No,
on
they-
your mashed
On
potatoes,
your
not
mashed
gravy?
potatoes?
I have asked for this at different restaurants that have mashed potatoes or whatever, and said, now, can I get any gravy with that? And they just, or they'll say, let me go back and ask. Well, they don't know. They don't know what you're talking about.
What if you say sauce?
What, gravy sauce?
I don't know.
They don't seem to know what it is.
Do you have anything that you put on your potatoes?
Well, we can bring you ketchup, what do you want? I mean, I've been to this argument, now there's more and more restaurants coming, so maybe by now somebody come up with something.
It's
But-
Skip, if you want biscuits and gravy, come over. We make famous biscuits and
But
gravy.
the line gravy, I found myself that I have to go over to Cracker Barrel, that's the only place that even
Oh,
knows
well,
what
we
it
make
is.
good
I can make it for you.
Yeah, well, he made some.
I was gonna say,
And
we
I know how to make it.
We make good biscuits and gravy.
We
Yeah,
first
yeah,
moved
we're
down
living the
here,
dream.
our favorite sandwich is the Midwest, you know, deep fried tenderloin sandwiches,
Yeah.
right? They made them famous up
Sure,
there.
sure.
Came down here, and I'd ask them, yeah, how many deep fried tenderloin sandwiches? What is that? They have no idea, I'm talking.
I got a filleted tenderloin once. And I said, they put it on the grill. And
Okay.
Nah, that isn't it, but I ate it. But yeah, because they, you know, if they're not from the north, they don't know what that is.
A filleted tenderloin?
Do they know
They
what
took a
a
tenderloin and
fried
filleted
bologna
it and put it on
sandwich
the
is?
grill.
Why would you
I
fillet
make
a
it here once in a
tenderloin?
while. Yeah,
Cause I love fried bologna.
yeah. I make a little video saying, here's how I eat when Sue's not around, because she won't do that. Here's fried bologna, a little mustard, some onion.
Oh, yeah.
I got so many
Yeah.
emails saying, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and beefaroni.
Yeah, Kelly, they just don't know what a brown gravy is over here. They just don't know. They just don't know.
You ask them, say, got sausage gravy, I have no idea. What is gravy? That's their question. They don't get what gravy is.
Mr. Marlin says, what do you guys have against hair?
Hair.
Call old age.
I don't understand.
Oh, you mean him shaving his head?
I shave my head, pickleball,
Is that what
nice
he's
and
talking
cool.
about? I don't know what he's talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
He's just losing his hair. It's
No,
didn't
It
shave
happens with age.
Yeah.
Kinda like
Skip just
hair in
puts
your
hat on.
ears.
No, my hair would grow in a week. I like
Okay,
it short.
Craig
Yeah.
the Sailor says, hello, everyone. I heard you had a cold day in the villages. Yes.
Yes.
Today is a cold day,
Well,
basically.
it'll be more than one before it's over.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's supposed to be as cold tomorrow. It's gonna gradually warm up, but it got down in the 30s with the wind chill. I think it was 20 in some places in Ocala.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we were at 31 here when me and Buddy walked this morning,
I'm
so.
watching my dog just turn everything out before he'll lay down.
Oh, they all do that. They gotta make their space, you know? Billy G says, this is what it's like now. I'm a native of over 60 years and can remember when we used to hunt wild hogs, where this very show is coming from right now.
You guys want anything to drink? Coke,
I'll take a
wine,
Diet Coke
beer?
or Coke. I'll take a Coke or Diet Coke.
Coke or Diet Coke? We got both.
I'll take a Diet Coke.
Diet Coke?
You sure you don't want something?
I'll have a Diet Coke.
Jesus.
You asked.
Yeah,
You want gluten-free?
Oh, hell
No,
no.
it's caffeine free.
yeah, I gotta say, Sue, we live the dream every day, right,
Oh,
guys?
God, yes,
Oh,
yes.
I'm blessed every day and I get up and it's like I can be here. Cause
Yeah.
up in Indiana, I have asthma.
Okay,
And when I walk outside, we have a workshop and I have to walk, I don't know, 200 yards
200 feet.
and then by the time I get there and walk back, I'm having an asthma attack
Yeah.
from the cold
Oh,
air.
my.
Yeah.
I haven't had any asthma problems down here
yeah,
because of the
Now,
the
one thing
winter.
they do have down here that you will eventually run into is more allergies
oh,
that you didn't have in Indiana.
that's,
Yeah. And I said, you know,
Pollen.
the asthma might not be a problem, but there is a lot of the allergies that you have.
Oh.
So I have some to some kind of plant. I don't know what it is,
God.
but when I go down the highway,
Yeah.
if I'm going through an area that has it, I can't breathe.
Can I give you a recommendation?
Huh.
My aunt lives in Greenville, South Carolina, and she worked for the prosecutor's office. And allergies she had a whole cabinet of medicine on her desk, and she's sniffing and, blowing and stuff like that. And she was interviewing a Cherokee woman on a case she was working. And when she got done interviewing her and got talking to her and stuff like that, she said, the lady says, do you trouble with allergies? She goes, oh my God, you would not believe it. I'm miserable. She says, recommendation. She goes, go to a local bee person, somebody that has bees here near you, and then get some local honey, take a tablespoon every morning with your coffee, every day, and you build up an immune system from all the pollen and stuff like that. And my aunt did that, and the next season she did not have one issue with it.
Wait, I've not had it.
I tried it.
No?
Didn't work.
Did you go to a local beekeeper, or did you go
Yes.
to?
Yeah.
Cause you can't buy it at the store.
Right.
Well,
that's
no, out
correct.
at the farmer's market, they sell
Yes,
bee
the honey.
pollen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I've
didn't know
never
you
had
guys wanted any
enough.
ice or not, so.
It's never been a problem with me, because I said, as soon as I drive through that area, once I get out of it, and I just noticed it a couple days ago, I was driving from somewhere, and I happened to run in to something like that, and I started choking and coughing and what have you. As soon as we got by, it was
But
fine.
you saw me last year with my allergies.
Yeah,
I said, Sue, I can't come.
but that's what I said, I never had any.
Well, I've always had them.
But I do down here. But
But,
that's
yeah.
best because your plants grow all year round, they
Right.
don't,
Yeah.
we don't have a deep freeze usually, so
Right.
it doesn't kill all that stuff off. And,
Right.
but yeah, it was, I went to a movie theater once in, I think it was Eustis. It was an old one that had been refurbished, but they had cement floors and they covered them with something.
Turn your call.
Let me turn my phone off.
Covered the floors with something, but
I
whatever
worked for a guy.
they put on that floor, I was allergic to.
He was a gate guard, and his ringer tone on his phone was a cricket. It sounded exactly like a cricket. And we always had this half hour overlap before I'd take over, and then he would go home. I'd sit in there sometimes. That thing would drive me nuts all night long, because I had to carry a rate one time. Then I seen him giggling at me, and I realized, that's his phone.
Where's Betty?
He used to have a shotgun,
Oh, okay.
and you could hear the go.
Oh, yeah.
People turn around.
Oh, my gosh. Craig says, good day, eh? Well, I know which Craig that is. Becky Forbes says, that's crazy, Skip, no gravy. Hi, Craig, how are ya?
Crazy Skip, no gravy, what does that mean?
Nobody has gravy for you. You know, everywhere you go, they don't have gravy down here.
Here, no, they don't. Name one.
I like gravy.
I do too.
I bet Bob
like
Evans
it.
has
I do too.
I like
Bob
good-
Evans the only place you can get it, he said.
That's right, Bob Evans would have it, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
There's
Cracker
no-
Barrel. Those are the
Well,
only two places.
When I make chicken and noodles, I make it thick enough that it's the gravy on the potatoes, so I don't have to make gravy.
Here's my thought on all this stuff about food. I don't care for most of the food inside the villages. There's a couple places I go to I don't mind, and it's simple food, like bar food. But most restaurants here are overpriced, and their food is not that good. It's because old people have sugar problems, so we cut sugar out. Old people have cholesterol problems, so we cut butter and all the good stuff out. And then they have other things where no salt. It's like, God, I just want food, you know?
Gluten free, everything tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, now it's everything's gluten. Is it gluten free? I heard a guy in a bar one day. I wanted to say something so bad and I didn't. I wanted to know if they had any gluten free beer. I asked the guys with us, I said, I have never heard anything like that in my life, gluten free beer.
But you know, you have been awful damn lucky, because the way you eat anyhow, that you've not had any problems. So you should not make fun of people that do.
You know why? Because I eat gluten and it kills everything else.
Yeah, well, like I said, next time
Well,
you're
you
in the
know-
hospital with your insides, let me know about
You
that.
look at the Indians, the people in the mountains that eat lard and all that. His grandmother ate all kinds of stuff. She never took a pill. She
Yeah.
ate everything she wanted. She did not cut back on anything, and she lived till she was what, 98?
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of it is genetics, because
Yeah.
actually his family has a long line. They're into their 90s, all of them, and so a lot of it is genetic. I think.
Somebody asked us if we like
Right.
the Newell. Yes, we love Newell. We love it. Yeah.
The village of Newell?
Yeah. We love the village. Somebody asked if do we like it. Yes.
But I,
What
you
would
know,
you
I
say
think
the average age is down there, now that you've been there for a while?
I'd say it's 50, 60s.
50, 60?
Yeah. Now we got neighbors that are older around us, you know, but I would say 90% of the people in our neighborhood are our age.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I'm 66, she's 67.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't,
Mark
look,
Spann.
you don't look a day over 67.
Mark Spann, do you think the villages will ever have a service to transport you from one end to the other, like a large van or small bus for doctor's appointments, etc.?
There is one,
They do have those for doctor's appointments and
but they're
stuff.
not convenient.
But the ones that would take you from one end to the villages to the other, it wouldn't be profitable for them. And so, because you can't,
No,
the insurance
the
won't.
Sumter County thing,
Yeah, they do have a Sumter County Transit, which is a bus,
but you
small
gotta call
bus.
them, make an appointment for a pickup.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I found our neighbors, if you need something, all you gotta do is ask.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know,
they will here,
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's a lot of them here, when we first moved here, if somebody was gonna say, take a trip to, I don't know, say at that time, Walmart, no, Costco, which is down by Orlando, they didn't have one here.
Right.
And they'd ask some people, I'm going down, is there anything you need while I'm down there? And they just bring back a,
And the social media here, so you join the Facebook groups. Like we have a Facebook group for our villa.
Yeah.
You know, the Newell Facebook group, you know, the Villages Facebook group. If you put it out on Facebook, man, you'll have 20, 30 responses.
the other popular website's called, Home. Yeah, every neighborhood, ours is across the street up here. They asked me if I wanted to do it when they first started doing it, and I said, no, that's a problem, I ain't doing it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neighborhood, neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Neighborhood watch?
Oh, like what we have at home.
Next door.
Next door
Next
neighbor.
door.
Yeah,
Next door
they
neighbor.
got those next door shares,
Yeah,
that's a good.
but like I
one.
put a thing out there for, I'm new, so I'm looking for like a hairdresser.
Mm-hmm.
I found one, now I called to make the appointment, he's no longer there, so I'm getting recommendations, where do you go to get your hair
John
done?
Paul,
Sean Paul.
Sean Paul.
that's who you wanna
Sully's.
see.
Sean Paul?
He's one of our people.
He's one of our people,
Yeah.
he's a ladies hairdresser, and he's highly sought after. He's a little eccentric, I'll tell you right now. But I understand from the women that he is just super good at taking care of women's hair.
Yeah,
I'm
and
trying
that-
to get him to come to my house on a Wednesday and give me a haircut live on
He
the
will.
air.
He will.
But he's
But-
always busy.
Yeah,
well,
he's
he-
been working 6 days a week,
Well,
so,
he will be able to do it.
yeah,
Usually would.
He'll,
yeah.
trust me, he will be
And
able to do
Sully's
it.
is S-U-L-Y. It's on, is it 466A?
I gotta put him in my notes, cause I gotta call and get a hair done, cause
Yeah.
I need somebody that can look at me and go, oh, that would look really good.
Well, he's
And
good
this
at
last
that.
guy was just like that, told me
And I
it
said,
looked
you know,
good.
I think there's another guy in there too, that's very good at that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna brag on my wife. She's 67 and she doesn't have a gray hair in her head.
Isn't that great?
Well, John Paul would be my suggestion because he's also a Patreon member and we always push our
Yeah.
Patreons.
And now, you know, if you guys are not on Discord,
Not
Not
yet,
yet,
but we're,
okay.
We're going to.
Well, when
We're
you
going
get
to.
on Discord, there's so many people on there.
Yeah, they
That,
can tell you all
um,
kinds of stuff that
Yeah,
I can't.
they can give you a lot of hints on
Good.
places to go, people
The
to
place is
see.
just getting so big, and when we were the only YouTubers here, we got 1,000 questions about, you can imagine about everything. We bought our house online back when it was kind of a thing, and I was scared to death, I gotta tell you. You look at your bank account, you got $130,000 in here, you hit this button,
It's gone.
and my mind goes, where'd it go?
Sorry.
Where did it go?
Sully's, S-U-L-Y.
So we would answer all these questions, but then it grew and grew and grew and grew to the point
now,
now where
you know, I don't
people
know
are
if that's
asking
how you
things
spell his
about
first
down
name,
there in your neck of the
That's
woods.
good enough.
yeah.
I can't really answer questions
check
down
it
there
out,
very much
'cause I need
because I'm not
something.
down there that much. Now, he goes down there like
Now,
every
you
day.
Look like
Talking
my
to
He can
dad.
answer
I'm
more of the
gonna look
questions
at,
than
look
I
at the
can,
dogs
really.
here in a minute.
Well, I said he'll talk you to death, but he's good.
I have a great question. Laura, will Eastport be getting entertainment every night as the season is now here?
Yeah, almost. Like I said, they've started, but they're not
They
every
haven't
night
opened the
yet.
square down there yet, have they?
They have.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they have, but the entertainment's not every night.
Right, and
Yet.
the answer is right now is no.
Yeah.
We did get the January calendar, and they have, I'm not sure exactly, maybe eight bands that are gonna play during the month of January.
Right.
So as of right now, they're not gonna have entertainment every night.
And some of the things that they've got
Well, wait a
going is
minute.
not,
If they're having 8 bands in the month of January,
Yeah.
if we're talking about just the square, that's 2 bands a day, and they don't do that in the square.
what?
Huh?
Like I said, you know,
The bands at the square is from 5 to 9,
Yeah,
that's
every
one band.
every
Every
night,
day.
every day.
Oh, I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're talking about 8 a month.
A month.
Yeah.
now they do have some other things going on. They've got a couple seminars.
Yes.
And I think I seen something about a saxophone player.
Tonight from 5 to 7 is the saxophone player.
Yeah. And so they've got different things going on. They haven't lined up for all of
I'm thinking when as more businesses come in, they will have more
yes,
entertainment.
because that's where a lot of your money comes from, for
A
the
lot of your money
entertainment.
comes from.
Yeah.
So right now, all they really have is Prime and Ember.
Has
Ice
anybody been
cream
there?
shop,
I know people that have been there.
the hotel, and the ice cream
Oh, the
shop.
hotel. The hotel is
Yeah.
open, Yamas
Yeah.
and Sundays.
But not a whole lot. But as more people get there, because that's where the money comes from,
Yeah.
Is from the
I hear
vendors.
it's very good, but very, very expensive. Very expensive.
yeah, Prime and Ember. Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah, but like I said, I was looking at the advertising, well, somebody showed it on Discord yesterday, that they've got Wagyu beef.
Okay.
For $17.95.
Huh?
And yeah, $17.95.
What is this?
For
Jerry put a thing
Prime
on
and
there
Ember.
and said that Wagyu beef down there is Chinese.
You know, you don't know that, but it did seem like that was an
You
awful
don't know,
cheap
Jerry.
price for
I know.
Wagyu beef.
Everything's Chinese.
He's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
instigator.
But yeah, you know, for a burger, at $17.95 with the Wagyu beef. $17.95 was a pretty good price.
Yeah.
So, we don't know what, if it's American Wagyu or if it's Chinese Wagyu.
Jelly
You
beef
don't know.
ragu, Linda said, sells for $1,500 a pound.
That's what I said. That was
Yeah.
an awful good
So
price.
I will share something new for people that come down here that was kind of a culture shock. Everything closes at 9 o'clock. I mean, they roll the sidewalks up by
Pretty much
9:05.
when the squares are done,
Everything's closed at 9 o'clock.
that'll change.
And if you want anything done, everything's cash. They don't. We haven't found a guy yet that'll take a credit card or anything like that. It's all cash.
Because they're all illegal and they don't want to pay taxes.
Exactly. But
some,
everything
I
closes.
shouldn't say everybody's illegal, that's not true, but the cash thing is true.
Yeah.
We have the same things here, and it's just so they don't want to pay
Right.
income taxes,
Right.
which kind of pisses
So
me off.
if you move down here, be prepared to get all your shit done before 9 o'clock. Because at 9 o'clock you're done.
About to roll 'em up.
Yep, and that even includes Publix. Everything closes at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is our
Now, there are a
public-
few bars like the,
Bluefin stays open till midnight.
like
Oh,
the
really?
bar there.
What is that? Fire or House of
City Fire.
City Fire.
Yeah,
nothing
they
goes
stay
there.
open later. Yeah.
And everything else is closed.
Yeah. I think maybe World of Beer does, but
Yeah.
yeah, not a whole lot later, but.
I got my golf cart one day, and I was just thinking about a video to do, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go down here at 10 o'clock at Brownwood and show them what the place looks like 1 hour after the band's quit. The only thing open was Bluefin down there. They got an outside bar. It was open still. And a lady running around with a bartender guy over there chasing her around the square, flat out in her nose. She forgot her dog. It's inside the restaurant. Come and get your dog.
Oh, okay, well, Becky Forbes says, my family grew up on lard and bacon grease. I eat butter too, and I'm not changing. If Mother Nature made it, then it's okay for me.
Yep.
Right.
And I'm okay with all that stuff. I just know not to indulge in it a whole lot at my age.
Well, everything in proportion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
But
if you are concerned about that stuff, because some people probably don't do well, but you can do tests. I did a calcium test, check out my arteries and my heart, and my insurance paid for every bit of it. I didn't have to pay anything.
But just like the sugar thing, I would never eat that many donuts.
Oh, but your whole family has diabetes.
Yeah, that's what I said. So, I don't have, but I don't want it
So
either.
did he eat most of the donuts?
I'm sorry?
Did he eat most of the donuts?
I ate them all.
He ate them all. And like I
there's
said,
none left.
I
They
couldn't
weren't
do
stale,
that,
were they?
so.
Huh?
They weren't very stale, were they?
I put them in the microwave for like 5 seconds,
Okay.
just enough to get the service a little. And I sat I got 4, and I sat in there when I was editing a video a couple nights ago, and I had 4, and I said, well, that 4 tasted like at least a couple more.
It's
Yeah.
like a Lay's potato chip, just can't eat one.
And so the next day I got up and made some coffee for breakfast, and I seen the donuts there.
Yeah,
So I ended up eating the rest of them.
certainly call Sean Paul. Okay.
Who's that? What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Your hair looks nice.
Hair looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Oh, you call Sean?
Hair looks nice.
No, she answered the phone. She had a phone call.
Oh.
Yeah, this is from Kevin, so, but,
Sean
Yeah,
Paul, are
this
you
is-
on?
No, he's never on anymore.
no, it's daytime, if he's not on lunch.
He's working. I'm telling you, he's working all the time anymore.
Yeah, he's working 6 days
One old
now,
lady
so.
told another old lady, next thing you know, he's just swamped.
Kyle Reed
What's he
says, Happy
doing?
New Year, hope you have a
Just
great
hair?
New Year.
He said that busy.
You know, down here, it's kind of strange, like, there is no good car mechanic if you need anything done. If you need oil changed, there really isn't like a Jiffy Lube or anything like that around here. There might be now, I don't know about Spanish Springs area up there. So you're always going outside looking for these. I've been here for 11 years and I haven't found a good barber yet. I give up. I don't even look for it anymore. So that's why I thought it'd be cool to have him come over here. And if he is, I'm not going into a beauty shop with a bunch of gabby old ladies in there
It
to get my
stinks.
hair
It's
cut.
got that get that chemical in her head. It's like
I
no,
just shaved his head.
no, I just
See, that's what I do. I just shave my
I
head.
shave my head.
Yeah.
And then I said, it's the ugliest haircut anybody could ever have.
Wear a hat.
You do. Yeah.
I got an answer to everything.
Well, I've watched some of the people that you see on TV that you really like, some of the movie stars and what have you, and those men they do this haircut, and you can't tell it's the same person. I mean, it just kind of You
That's
know.
not true. I could tell it's the same person.
Well, like I said, there's some of them pretty darn close. So,
Women exaggerate things.
oh yeah.
Ask Kevin which is the best 70 groups that play in the villages.
Well, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
300 I could think of.
Be Agent 5, if you are here today, you want to head down Brownwood around 3:30, 4:45 to see one of the best bands called 789 Band. They play 70s, 80s, and 90s. And if you like classic rock and roll, that's the band to go see. Also, playing at Lake Sumter tonight is The Edge of Rock, great 70s, 80s band. And Rocky's playing up in Spanish Springs, Rocky and the Rollers.
Yeah. I'm a
And-
big fan of Bobby Blackman.
Okay, he played last night, I believe.
Yeah, the blues. Yeah, I love him playing. Yeah.
1887, they also play 70s. Johnny Weil and the Delights. We have some really, really, really great bands
Oh
there.
yeah, that's nothing. Here entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
it's a musician's dream here.
Yeah.
Because just about the places you go to eat.
Yeah.
The country clubs.
Yeah.
The square. I mean, there's music going on all the time.
Yeah, and you're not gonna like every band that plays, and we understand that, you know.
But we've
But-
got Four Squares now.
We have
and
four.
Sawgrass.
And Sawgrass, yeah.
Yeah, but like City Fire has entertainment.
Yep.
World of Beer has entertainment.
Cody's.
Yeah, actually JC's playing today at
Oh, you're right.
Blondie's. He's
You're
playing
right.
at Blondie's today at 2.
You're right, 2 to 4,
Yeah.
yep.
And
Last week he played at Harry and the Natives.
yeah, but like I said,
We've been there.
Is
on
that a
and
good
on.
place to go?
We went there, it was new, they got one of the best outside seating areas of any
Very
of the
good.
villages.
Yeah, it's very good.
nice.
now this kind of weather maybe not.
Well,
but
yeah,
it is
because outside.
covered. And I said it was just the menu. It was kind of goofy.
Kinda,
I went
yeah.
with ladies' lunch last week, and it was excellent.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna-
they're kind of learning their way because they're new. So they're but they have no microwave, no freezers.
Right.
So all the food is supposed to be fresh.
Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't think much of their menu when we first went.
There wasn't much
But,
on it.
but it's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kinda like we went to Middleton 24 when we bought the menu, there's only like 3 main things to choose from. Then, of course, the appetizers, they had a list. Over here, they have it for desserts. They had a
Which
list.
one is that?
24 Middleton, or whatever it's called. It had like 3 or 4 things to choose from
No.
for dinner, and that was
No.
it. It was-
Yeah. But we had the best waiter, Dwayne.
He was.
He was the best waiter.
Yeah, he was
He
terrific.
was it.
Yeah.
He-
I said I'd go anywhere where he was
Right,
working
but-
because he was so
but-
good.
Come here with me.
I also found out he's got a side business where he waxes RVs.
No way, wow.
Yeah. And I told him, I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, I try to make a little extra money doing that. I said, well, how far will you go? He said, I'll go about anywhere. And so it's very possible I'm going to call him and come over and wax my RV.
Absolutely. Yeah, 789 Band is playing in Eastport on January 15th, Thursday night, from 4 to 8. Yeah.
Let's see, Becky Forbes says, Craig, I've been reading lately about it. There are some studies out there that suggest that it could be linked to GMO wheat in bread. One guy went to France, ate bread daily, 0 problems. So I think that's what a lot of the allergies are, is additives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of the additives that they're adding to stuff nowadays. And like I said, if you go somewhere else, they might not have that in there.
Just need to make it homemade.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I
my
make
homemade
homemade
days.
bread, I make homemade bro.
My homemade days
You know, I
are
go
over.
back to the
pies.
farming days. My grandpa was a farmer. My mom's dad was a farmer. Dad was, and we had one. We baled hay the old-fashioned way. I don't know of any farmer that had any kind of a gluten-free diet or whatever. And I don't know of any farmer that in my younger days growing up that ever went to a doctor to have skin cancer removed. They never did.
No, they all died at 50.
No, they didn't. That ain't true. Grandpa died when he was like 90. He was supposed to die in 6 months.
Like I
16
said,
years later,
it's,
he finally did.
good genes, really.
Well, everything is related to your DNA, everything. I don't care what it is. But since they did away with blood tests anymore, you might be marrying a relative down the pike and don't even know it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know I ain't related to you. We could be brother and sister.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No.
No, I said, I'm not related to
Did
you.
you see where that lady that was living in the villages that, I don't want to say the word kidnap, but
Yeah, took her kid.
give her daughter away to somebody?
Yeah.
They're still looking into that. I'm interested in the rest of that story, like.
Yeah.
They did find her,
They
and
find-
she
they
now
found her daughter.
reconnected
She
with
is.
her
But you gotta know
biological
the half of that
family.
story. When mom gave the kid away, who'd she give it to? Did they know what was going on between
Right.
mom and?
No, I think you got two stories going here.
No, I got the same story going on.
The one that was arrested here?
I was reading it last night. They're still investigating it, and now they've been offered movie rights because they want to do a movie on the whole story, and they're keeping the other half, the people that raised this girl, they're keeping all that quiet.
Yep.
We don't know who they are. Were
No.
they aware that this was going on?
And was she aware that, her family was there, or did somebody tell her dad was dead or something? Because they've reconnected with that
Right.
other side of the family.
Yeah. Just think about that, how she must feel when she found out that this really ain't my mom and dad.
Right,
They told me my dad was dead, and they found out he's still alive.
right.
I mean, God.
It happens, yeah.
Well, it shouldn't happen.
No, but,
If it happens, that's because somebody's being quiet. Somebody knows something, they always keep
well,
quiet.
they said that like
Kept
12
it for a
years
long
ago.
time.
23
Yeah.
years, I think, right?
Yeah, that was a long time.
42.
Some people ask about.
How did
She's
it
42.
resurface? How did it open back up?
Somebody was looking into a cold case file.
Somebody
And then
from Kentucky.
somebody called in a clue or a, whatever you wanna call it. You might say, you might wanna go here and check this out. And then they did, and then they did a blood test, cause he's still alive. They did it with the girl, the DNA matched, and then it all started going from there. And then they came here.
She came here and she thought she was clear.
Matter of fact, when they arrested her, she was walking her dog. And the police pulled up her and asked her, is your name Bud? She said, yeah. And they get out of the car and they said, well, stop here, we need to talk to you. And she said, what's going on? She said, and Joe, she said, am I under arrest? And the officer says, well,
Oh, and
yes,
the
you are."
neighbor. I feel so bad for the neighbor because she was joking and telling her, oh, they come for you, and they were just joking and they really did come for her.
That's why I've never done those DNA to see your genealogy and stuff like that, because I don't want anything to come back down the road like, oh, we found you because through the DNA from the National Registry.
Well,
No.
Have you ever went into the doctor and got a blood test?
Yeah,
They already have it.
well,
But
Right, but
they
it's
used
not
to
on that
ask.
registry because we watched a movie once where he had a biological twin but didn't know he had a twin, and the twin did something wrong and he got arrested for it. And it's like,
wow.
oh my! And then he
That's gotta
says,
be a mess.
he says he was in the service. He says, I don't want to know if I have anything out there. Something pop up.
Do you think there's some kind of a connection with twins? I read a lot
Yes.
about that, and it's interesting to where and I saw a video in there, you can go to YouTube and find it. They put a twin in one room with a camera, shut her off. Put the other twin in the other room with a camera, shut her off, and had a speaker. And they say something like, raise your arm, without saying it. Both of them would raise the exact same arm. Or they say, give us a word, name an animal. They both named the exact same animal, even though they couldn't even see each other. I just find that fascinating.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me name an animal, I'd say Sue.
you're talking about entertainment. We got an opportunity to go over to the high school in Middleton.
Abuse.
And I can't remember what the name of that playhouse is over there.
Tracy.
Tracy.
Yep.
They have amazing shows over there.
Yeah.
I think of-
We went over there one night and we watched it's like a circus relay type thing, But they always
Halloween.
It was during Halloween, and it was
tell you,
amazing. And they've got a ton of shows.
Isn't that place amazing?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is.
It's I swear it's a college campus.
Oh, I've never been to the other one that's in.
Sharon?
Yeah, I've never been there, but the friends that we went with, they've been to both, and they said they like this. The other one's nice, but they like this one. The way it was set out,
Oh, yeah.
it was
Oh,
just
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, they're-
as they build and keep moving on, they learn from past mistakes. Because when we first moved here, they changed a lot of this now, but the golf cart trails up north, they're different today, but they were nothing like that before. So even to this day, when you buy a golf cart, people like them high-rise ones because it's easier to get in and out of
Yeah.
them. But just be careful when you go up north because the tunnels aren't near as tall. Up
Right,
there.
and you know,
And they
speaking
do
of
have
that,
a map now.
we
Yes.
talked to a realtor. Her sister was looking for something. She lives in Naples, but she ended up moving to Coral Springs. And we were looking at houses here for her, and the realtor was telling us that they live over in Eastport, and they don't have walking bicycle paths like they do down in Newell. Newell's got all kind of walking and bicycle paths and stuff where Eastport does not have any.
Yeah.
Well, see, we don't have that here. We have a multimodal trail. So, bicycles, walkers, and golf carts all use the same trail.
Right.
It's kind of a problem
Which can be
sometimes.
kind of dangerous at
Yeah.
certain times of the year.
Because some people
I
are
was-
proprietary, the golf cart drivers, they don't think bicycles or people walking should be out there.
Oh, no.
Well, was surprised that the family place, is that Eastport?
No, it's Middleton.
Middleton.
Middleton didn't have like sidewalks or something. There's children there. Why aren't there sidewalks or something in the neighborhoods for
Well, they'll
kids?
have skateboards and use them to go down the road.
So I've never been in the housing part of Middleton. We've always,
Oh, yeah.
in the town part, but I've never
I've been
been.
through it. A lot of two-story homes in there is what they
I've
are.
never been in there.
Yeah, two-story homes,
Yeah.
but there's nothing, there's playgrounds everywhere.
Yeah.
Jungle gyms and stuff everywhere, but there was no sidewalks, and I thought
I
that was
think
kind of
in
weird.
a lot of neighborhoods, sidewalks is something you don't see a lot of around here anyway. Now, in a square, maybe there should be. Lake Sumter's got quite a few, I know. But in neighborhoods, you don't see that. When we was in Caroline, there was like sidewalks. If there's a sidewalk on this side of the road, there's none over there.
Right.
But if there's a sidewalk over there, then there's none over here.
Well, where were we at? We were coming in here the other day, and we came in off that side, and there was a sidewalk going down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, here's
Oh, I'll take you
Jonesboro,
places to
there's
show you
one-
sidewalks that go for miles, and there's nothing there. And I wonder who put these sidewalks in here.
Yeah, yeah,
Why?
yeah, 44, yeah, they put sidewalks in on 44.
Can I change the subject about golf carts?
Sure.
Have you noticed in the past 2 weeks, it seems like a lot of kids are driving the parents' golf carts? Have you
That's
noticed
because they
that?
don't know the new law.
Yeah.
Nobody's educated them.
Don't they have to be,
16 and a driver's license or a learner's permit with a licensed driver sitting next to
Just
you.
like a
Just
car.
like a car.
I saw one coming today, there was no way she was of age to drive a
Well, they
golf
get
cart.
by with a lot of that because they're just lacked on enforcement around
Right.
here.
I
Who's
know.
gonna enforce it? Sumter
Who's gonna
County?
enforce it?
You don't even hardly ever see a Sumter County. There's nothing happens in
Now,
here.
you see more, south of 44, you see more of the Wildwood police down there.
Yeah.
But you very seldom ever see
Well,
anything
just be
here.
careful coming down in your golf cart because.
Wait a minute, now you got underage kids and older people that've been drinking.
Yes,
Golf carts are dangerous.
yes, be
Careful
careful.
in the roundabouts.
This time of year,
Oh,
though,
Be careful.
we seen something the other day coming back from your house, and it was down by Sawgrass,
It was right by
right
Sawgrass.
there in front of Sawgrass, that roundabout. Somebody thought they could just go straight through it.
Oh, that happens.
She
That
went
happens.
and
There was
hit,
a young
hit
girl.
a tree.
There was a young girl. She
just
hit
hit a
this
tree.
palm tree and smashed the whole front of her car.
So I'm thinking
Well-
she had to be going pretty fast and not paying attention to go up on the curb
Well, I don't
and to
have
go
mine.
through.
Here's what she was doing, driving a car doing that.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
where we
That,
come
that
from,
is a killer
we're just
around
outside
here.
of Carmel, Carmel, Indiana. And I said, well, we was in Brownsburg, we're just outside of Carmel. And I said, they started putting in roundabouts years ago up there. And so when we went back to Brownsburg for a visit, we was really surprised to see how many roundabouts they'd put in between Brownsburg and Avon.
Out in the country.
But like I said, I was driving, and we was with a friend up there, and I was driving, and I'm not used to one lane roundabouts. I'm used to 2 lane, and I actually put out in front of a car. I mean, I admit that I did it, but yeah, I thought it was a 2 lane and was not even thinking and pulled out in front of a car.
Well, you being from the
So there's
Northeast, my
some
buddy was from Boston,
learning.
that area.
I know, you
You
I
don't
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 call them
understand why
roundabouts, you call them
roundabouts are
rotaries
so
up there.
hard.
That's
You
correct.
just go to the right.
That's correct.
Follow
not
the
roundabouts,
road
they're
goes this
rotaries.
way,
Yeah.
not straight. But
But
she
then
was
you get
just
somebody that's, not really used to driving anyhow. And I said, they'll be going to the right and thinking, oh, I wanted to go over there. And they'll stop. They'll just stop.
I have video on one of my channels, I forget which one it was, of several cars that turns left in a roundabout, goes the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Now, the road goes in angles like that a little bit to get you going.
Oh,
Somebody's out there.
yeah.
it tells you the road goes that direction, and there's arrows.
Yeah, pretty much if you follow the lines on the road, but it does bobble some people.
But she
They don't
couldn't. She
get it.
couldn't have been paying attention to go. She had to be going pretty fast and not paying attention.
Well, from
in
what
order
I
to get there.
understand,
Huh?
Carmel,
Thank you. My wife,
and Karen's a
my
wonderful
wife
baker.
baked them. She's a hell of a baker. She
Yes,
can.
yes.
Diabetes doesn't like it.
They're sugar-free, right?
yeah.
They're sugar-free.
Like I said, New Year's, no calories count.
Just New Year's?
Well, New Year's Eve, how's that?
What about birthdays?
Birthdays,
How about Christmas?
What about Thanksgiving?
you know, kind of depends on what you're eating. So anyhow,
Anyhow.
Mr. Marlin said, did you sedate Buddy? He seems awful mild today. He does at times, but like I said, the neighbors on the other side of the hedge there, they've got company over there.
I like your hedge, it kind of
It's
gives you-
privacy, yeah.
gives you a little
privacy.
It is,
privacy.
yeah.
You know where we got that hedge? There's a little story about that hedge. Her girlfriend at that time, Deb, they used to go shopping every Wednesday. And she's one of them ladies that just can't stand to leave things alone. So she had all this landscaping put in around her house, and these bushes were about that tall. They weren't very big. They were in like, I want to say, 2-gallon jugs or something. And then she decided, you know, I just don't like them. She'd seen something. I don't like them other bushes. I want to get them. So she had them all tore out. I mean, they just literally yanked them out of the ground and threw them out. Somehow, some way, Sue brought them here, I think. And that
can't throw anything away.
was at the same time we was having the, well, what do they call that? Edging right there. I was having to put around the house. And they had their concrete stuff, how they're doing this thing, and I had them piled up, and I said, when we do that, I said, space these things out and put them in the ground. Whatever you charge, I don't care, just put them in the ground. So I put them in the ground, and out of all of them that you would never think would be alive, because they laid around for a week, the only one that died was that one. And I put that in there, and it doesn't fit, I know, but I put it in there. I never planned on putting it there, because every house we've ever lived in, we always put like a little welcome sidewalk that went right to our neighbor's house on the edge of the.
And we actually thought about putting a gate there for the neighbor to
Yeah,
come.
Okay.
so they could just come back and forth if they wanted. And, but anyway, I ended up putting that there for some reason. I'd like to take
They
it
can
out.
still squeeze through if they needed to.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and
Oh,
like I said,
yeah.
you just go to the other end, come
Oh,
right
my
around,
God,
you
he
know?
died.
But Buddy loves the lady back there, and every time he hears her voice, he goes nuts.
Yeah,
There.
he has his favorite people around here because they keep giving him cookies. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
smart.
he knows who they are too.
He's smart, of course.
Okay, Kelly B says the 789 band is playing in Eastport in a couple weeks. Okay,
January 15th.
okay, Kevin's got it down pat, he
I got it
knows.
down pat.
Yeah,
Those are the ones that you have to get there early in order to be able to hear them.
You have to early to get a seat.
Get a
That's what I mean,
seat,
to get
yeah.
a place to sit.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, I'm leaving at 3:30
Eastport,
tonight.
at Eastport down there, can you bring your own lawn chair and set
Yeah.
it somewhere?
Yeah, you have to, they don't have any seating right now.
I thought they were gonna use the, side area over there as, where the steps were at as seating.
I think if you bring your own chairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. But you know, when I first seen that, when they were building down there, I kept thinking, it's just not big enough. You know, for the viewing area.
Correct.
But they don't have it, it's open, it's not surrounded like the other squares are where
Right,
you've only
right.
got so much room.
It's gonna be
pretty much
interesting.
open.
Gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they may not even be totally done either, you don't know that, cause you know how it is. I can take you up to Lake Sumter right now and show you shit they're still building. And this has been 20 years now, they're still building.
Yeah.
It never ends.
How old is this house?
I
Okay,
bought it brand new in 2014,
Okay.
so 11 years, give or
So
take.
you've lived down here 11 years?
Yeah.
Did you ever live both places?
Yeah, we lived up by Lake Sumter.
No.
No, like in Indiana and here.
Oh, yeah.
Snowbird.
We had the
I
patio
had that
villa, we
patio
did.
villa up there, we were gonna come down here like snowbirds. She was already retired, I was still working, I was gonna work as long as I could. And, so she would come down here and stay there. Well, January, February, and March, to help pay for everything, we rented it out. Cause when somebody told me what you could get in rent in the wintertime, coming from Indiana, I said, you gotta be kidding me. Ain't nobody gonna pay that. Lo and behold, yeah, they will.
Yeah.
They will.
Especially 3 months in advance, you know?
Yeah.
So they would send me a check, and that check was enough to pay for everything all year long.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh,
And then Sue would
and,
come down after they would leave, and then spend whatever money we had saved during the year. Got new flooring, I had a new refrigerator put in, I had a living room painted. I said, gee, I ought to come down and look at the place once in a while.
So you need to go live in your RV for a few months so she can build some money so she can do more things to the house?
You know, I've always liked living in kind of smaller spaces. Big houses to me is just really hard to keep up with all this stuff if you've got other things you do.
Right.
And so the idea of like living in, say, a Class A full-time, I could do it. Wouldn't bother me. But My boss ain't gonna let me do this.
We tried.
Well, we have.
You know, this one's smaller than an A, and it's got everything that we need in it, you know, but like, after a few weeks, we can't get tired of being in the same place. We can't go to other ends of the house, you know, like we do
We're not
here.
used to that.
Yeah.
We're used to moving like every 5 years, because I like to buy houses that needed fixing up. And we'd live in them for 5 years to fix it up.
Yeah.
And then we would sell it and move into another house.
We
that
were
needed-
flippers before it was cool. Yeah, and we were young enough that we could do that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, you know.
It was nothing for me to go to work and put in a 10-hour day, and they come home and start putting shingles on the roof of a garage I'm adding onto the
Yeah.
house or
Yeah.
something. I remember them days of having energy.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Okay,
Very
well,
nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you
Happy
too.
New Year.
I will see you around.
Skip, Happy New Year.
Come back when you can't stay so long.
Okay. Sue,
thank you, thank you.
hey, Happy New Year.
And you give Karen a hug for
Well,
me.
Happy New Year, everybody.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah,
We
that's
know.
all right.
And if you're out the square tonight, stop by, say hi, let's rock on.
There you go.
There you go.
They'll be all bundled up, but they'll be there.
What time is it?
It's 1:35.
1:35, okay.
Yeah. Go home, warm up some soup, and take soup with us.
There you go.
Got it all set. All ready to go, Skip.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Rizzo says
Take care.
vitiligo
Yeah.
is an autoimmune disease
Later,
that is
Gator.
caused by
Later.
gluten.
All right.
He said,
Sue, you need something, let me know.
okay, thanks, kiddo.
Yeah.
See you later, Bill.
See ya. Nice out now.
Mr. Rizzo says vitiligo is an autoimmune disease that's caused by gluten. Well, I don't think they've proven that. There's several different things that they think vitiligo is caused by. It is an autoimmune, but, you know, they're not saying particularly gluten.
What's vitiligo?
It's what you have,
Oh, I do have it.
yes. The white spots,
Oh,
White spots.
Yeah.
I have white spots.
where you're losing pigment.
Oh, I'm losing pigment.
Yeah, that's
I don't lose
vitiligo.
white spots.
Wow.
It's white spots is like diphtheria. But all I know is there's nothing you can do for it. There's no treatment, there's nothing.
There is,
Then none
but,
of it works.
well,
They have all kinds of
you've never
treatments.
tried anything, you won't, you know. you
Every
pick
doctor
it.
I've talked to, I said, is that a cure? That's what I want to know, is that a cure?
Yeah, it
They said,
doesn't
"No."
cure.
So treatments can go on for the rest of your life.
You know,
I'm
but
not
if-
interested.
if you get-
I'm not living in a doctor's office.
Okay. Okay, like I
That's
said,
what
if
they
you
do down
get,
here. These women are so lonely around here, they want a doctor appointment every day of the week to have somebody to talk to. They
Oh,
go
God,
in-
yes.
They go in for the dumbest shit, or talk to them.
okay, then I said, fortunately, he's gonna be one of those that just drops over dead. You know, that way, no complaints. and
I
nothing,
think
he's gonna drop
eventually
over
we're
dead.
all gonna drop over dead.
Yeah. But I mean,
You can't get
Your
out of
number's up, it doesn't matter where you're at.
Doesn't matter.
You're not gonna get out of this world alive.
Yeah, but,
Here's another one. People around here say that getting cremated is a sin. You should never get cremated. I said, no. Why? I'm just curious. I don't care. I'm just curious. Because it says in the Bible that on the second coming, he's going to raise people from the grave. If you've been cremated, there's nothing to raise. Oh, okay. I walk away thinking, this is another nut job.
I don't wanna be cremated just cause I don't like the idea.
You'll be dead.
Well, he doesn't
Don't
wanna
care.
be cremated because being a firefighter, his worst nightmare was being burned alive.
He'll be dead. He won't have no memory.
That's right.
Well,
Same
this
way,
is
you know,
true. Yeah.
I can't swim, I feel the same thing about drowning,
So,
you know, it just,
maybe I'm thinking fish bait? Chum?
Yeah, there you go.
oh my God.
There you go.
For sure.
Okay, the ladies are correcting you. It was not parental abduction by the mom, who was not the custodial parent. Yeah, they had a big conversation about it on Discord
He was a
yesterday.
custodial parent.
Yeah,
He
she
was,
was,
and
the-
she took it.
but
She
they,
took
she
it.
didn't give she didn't give the girl to somebody else. She raised her.
Who raised her?
Her mom.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. That's what I
She
said.
was
You're
down
getting-
here when they reunited up there. She
No,
didn't even know
but
who
she
they
raised
were.
her. She raised her after she left, and then she grew up, and then she moved out where she
She's
was at.
42.
The girl
42.
said on the show that
Uh-huh.
when they interviewed her, she didn't even know that these people that she was with, that they weren't her parents. She didn't even know it.
I think you got two stories going
Maybe
there.
I'm thinking of the right story and you're thinking of the wrong one.
I'm just telling you what the ladies are telling you. But like I said, go back to Discord, because the ladies had quite this conversation on there.
I
And
never
they
go
had,
to Discord. Those people on Discord, they're crazy. They're all
well, and then
crazy now.
they had some videos on there of I don't know, news.
Now I'm gonna
stories, I
have to go
guess,
check it out.
Yeah, Laura says, Becky, you, me, and Judy P. dissected the parental abduction case on Discord yesterday. Extensively, says Laura, yeah. Yeah, they had quite a bit of stuff on there. Let's see. And Wrestler says, Skip, to be specific, buying movie rights seldom ever means a movie will be made. About 99% of movie rights never get a movie or documentary made. They buy rights just in case interest builds.
Yes, well, I'm getting that, so it's money.
Yeah,
Some
but
of
I
it's
think
money.
they will. Yeah, I think this will be interesting enough
That
for
would
people
make it,
they
that would
will.
make a good movie.
Yeah.
Either that or 60 Minutes to get a hold of it.
Yeah, and I said, Laura says she didn't know that about vitiligo. Well, Laura, there's never been anybody yet that has told us that was the cause of vitiligo, and I don't think so. It's autoimmune. And I said, might help, but I don't think that's the particular cause. And I said, there could be a million things, just like me.
You don't have vitiligo.
What?
You don't have vitiligo, whatever it's called.
You do,
I do.
yeah.
But you said in my particular case, you don't have it.
Well, you're part of her.
I'm really not.
Well, I'm the one that talks to the doctor, so,
Oil, water.
yeah.
Somebody said, Mom said, Mom, Dad, stop arguing, you'll wake the baby. Well, we're gonna head out, guys. We got some stops to make.
Well, we appreciate you
Before
coming
our
by.
big party tonight, we're old, we have to take a nap.
Listen, I'll be in bed by 9 and Betty will too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen,
if I could-
last time we actually went to a New Year's party, I think was like a week after I had my youngest son. And he's, well, let's say he's a little bit
No, that's
older.
not true. We had a New Year's Eve party right here the very first year we lived here. Went over to Sorghum's house, and she had it all set up in the garage.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, I remember, that my kid was born November
Alzheimer's, right, yeah.
15th.
It's called Sometimers.
Yeah. Sometimers, yeah. That's about it.
Yin and yang, she backs you up, you back her up. You guys, eventually,
yeah.
eventually the story will come out right.
Republican, the wrong side.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Not to get political, but I was watching a YouTube news type thing last night, and a guy was talking about the new taxes for Florida and then how they were going to do away with property taxes.
They're trying to.
And what they're going, but one of the side things that people aren't paying attention to is they want to charge a 5% what they call exit tax. So when you sell your home, you have to pay the state of Florida 5% of what you made out of your house.
Whose idea was that? That's what you gotta look into.
I don't know, but they're talking.
Republicans,
They were
No, I
talking.
just wanna know if it's coming from the census office.
well, they've got to replace that money, regardless of who
Because they
does
said
it.
it's like $4
I think it
billion
should just be
and what they
retired
and they were
people
talking
shouldn't have
about
to
the
pay property tax.
But
Well,
that tax you're talking
it's-
about, I think he talked
With all
about
the
that. That's for
insurance
snowbirds.
and everything, it's so high.
You're not a
They're
resident.
gonna have to give people a break.
But we're gonna be.
People are moving out because they can't afford to be here anymore.
Full-time residents of Florida will be exempt from that. But snowbirds that come down and buy a home, 3 to 6 months, then they decide to sell it, they're gonna have to pay that tax.
Well, he didn't say that. He said anybody
He talked
sells
about
it.
it a long time ago, and I think I remember him saying that.
Yeah, but kill the
But hey,
gold
remember,
goose.
none of this has been passed. They're still
No,
arguing.
they got to
it.
March the 22nd or something like that, and then it
Yeah.
has to be put up for vote
Yeah.
by the people.
And the people that vote for this to go to the governor's office to be signed, I don't know who they are, but he has problem with them all the time. They don't want this, they wanna change the wording on that. And so a lot of the stuff he wants to do, they won't, it's like the president, they just don't allow it.
Somebody's
Personally,
gotta stop it.
I've been advocating for that forever, and I go back to my mom and dad when they were in their older years too, for medicine and hearing aids, which are not covered generally by insurance companies, and are very expensive if you need them. And I said, you know what they ought to do in Indiana? By God, when somebody's 80 years old, why are they paying property taxes? They could, if they're always talking about we want to help the senior, they throw that out there all the time for a vote. We're going to help the senior. We're going to do what we can do to help the senior. But yet, they still charge them property taxes.
Right.
And I always thought, why are you doing that? Just
Right.
let them don't pay property taxes. Charge somebody else something. They make up golf courses, green fee tax. We're going to have a green fee tax to make up for
And then a
that.
wheel tax.
Huh?
And then a wheel tax.
Well, semis pay that.
Yeah.
Semis pay a wheel tax, but cars don't pay. We
Well, in
pay
Indiana they do. Here's a
Do they?
funny story.
for your cars?
Yep, I had to pay wheel tax on my car. Here's the funny thing: I had a truck camper before we bought our thing,
Yeah.
and state of Indiana wanted to charge me wheel tax for our truck camper. I go, whoa, back the truck up. My truck is on the ground. My truck camper's in the back of my truck. I've already paid wheel tax on my truck. Why am I paying wheel tax for my camper?
We don't have no wheels on the camper.
I know. That's exactly my point. There's no wheels on a truck camper. It sits in the back of a pickup truck that I've already paid wheel tax for.
What'd they say?
Well, that's the way it is. I'm like, well, okay.
I'm not sure I even believe that.
That's the
That
truth.
sounds
And
crazy.
you know what I did? I said, okay, I'll be back. And I left. I never re-registered the vehicle again. Never had plates on it because I just transferred the plates off my truck to the back of the truck camper. So I never re-registered it. I've given the money away.
Barbara Abner wants to know how long did the Indy people take to pick the villages?
Our friends moved here full time. They came off the road full time RVing, and then we came over here, and I said I'm never going to move to the villages. Well, in March we bought a house, and so we basically just transferred the money off of what we were paying on our RV and just went toward the house payment, and it's just so much. And I can tell you the truth. We've lived in Indiana all our lives. And she's got a gaggle of girls down here that
Gaggle. A gaggle.
that she hangs out with. She's got true friends down here. Her and her girlfriend went shopping yesterday, and then we're gonna go to their house. So it took us about a year to say, hey, you know what? Let's look. And then we were originally when we came down here last winter, we were staying at that RV park, and so we started looking at open houses. It's like, okay, let's think about making this transition, and just taking the money we're paying on our coach and we'll put it towards the house. Well, when we're walking around, we found that these like the Charlotte, and there was another one I can't remember what the Durham that was looking at. Oh.
Looking for cats.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then we went into the house that we found. Well, with those other two houses, they were a dime a dozen. We could find them anytime, any place. And when we walked into this house, it checked all the boxes. It was close to our friends. It was a concrete out wall, had a privacy fence around the outside for the dogs because I didn't want to get up 5 times a day to walk the dog, And I said, and it just checked off all the boxes. So I'd say a year to make the decision. And now we're debating, are we going to sell the house in Indiana, and move down here full time?
You got grandkids up there?
Yep.
How old are they?
We got big ones and we got little ones.
Okay, the little ones are a problem.
Yeah, Mama,
2, 5, and 7.
Nana's not going to leave the grandbabies.
But I've been told now, basically I was forced to retire. So now I'm saying I'm retired. So I'll just fly home for a week or two, 3 or 4 times a year and spend time with the kids.
Well, we kind of fell in that same group. We were going to be snowbirds too. It just seemed like to me, we had grandkids. It seemed like to me the ideal thing. At 6 months down here, or 6 months up there, and then come back down here. And then we woke up one day and all our grandkids were married, moved out. You never think about that. They're gone. They live all over the United States.
Sure.
So we sold that place up there, and it was kind of hard to sell it because we'd had a lot of work in it. And we both liked the house.
Yes.
I mean, it was always things that we didn't like, but basically we liked the area. And then I said, well, let's just sell it and buy something down here, sell that place over there, and buy something down here more permanent. And we'll snowbird the opposite way. Well, if we want to go up there, we'll go up there and see the kids until they get sick of us and they come back down here.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And then the thought of winter and heating the house so pipes don't freeze or getting the house winterized and stuff. So
Is there somebody mows the yard?
yeah,
Right.
have somebody clean the snow out of the driveway to make the house look like there's people there.
Right. It's definitely on our radar to sell, but right now we like
Our
we
granddaughter
like
and her fiance live there. They've been living with us for almost a year. So they live there, so that's somebody in the house.
Right.
Okay.
But they just bought a house that is a definite fixer-upper. So it may take them 6 months or so before they can get in and actually live in it. Then
But
we'll decide.
they're not on a contract with us. They can move when they get their house ready, they can move in when they want. So, if we sell that house up there, there's some things we talked about doing down here, cause we've got enough property where we live at over on Gunner that we can, add on. Cause we're thinking about adding a 1-car garage onto the side and have a shop out there or a golf cart garage. Cause we won't need 2 cars, you know, we'll
You
sell
really
one,
don't.
you know,
A lot of
so.
people think they have to have 2 cars. She thought so, and I
Oh,
told her all
good,
the
you
time.
know, I come up for air when he told me,
I
you
said,
know,
I'm
we
gonna
only
get rid
need
of one
one
of these
car.
cars.
Cause I
Yeah,
thought,
get
you're not
rid of
leaving
my
here. Not leaving me here by myself.
Yeah.
No.
I just take the golf cart. I think that's the
That's how I
coolest
felt about
thing.
it.
The first time I went to Publix in the golf cart, he was gone. He had the car, and I'm like, this is so cool.
And she
It's
smiled all the way
spending-
up there and
it's like
smiled all the way
spending your
back.
first night in a Walmart parking lot in an RV. That to me was the coolest
Yeah,
thing.
you haven't lived until you slept in a parking lot in a Walmart.
I think I've only done that once.
Yeah, up on the way to North Dakota, we did it once
Walmart, no,
Yeah.
Rockport,
in Rockport.
across the street from Buc-ee's, and we stayed over there in Walmart.
Oh.
But there was like
I just
50.
Oh, yeah.
thought that was really cool.
I thought the coolest thing, we was down here once, it was probably about the first year. We get in the golf cart, and I said, they had a special with ice cream cones at McDonald's over here, like $1 a cone or something. I said, let's go there and get an ice cream cone. So we went over there, I'm in line with cars at the driveway. And I'm thinking, these people, if they're not from here, they must think, well, this guy's lost.
Or
And on
drunk.
the way back, yeah, we stopped at a golf course at Sarasota where they had the practice range where you hit the balls into
Yeah.
the lake.
Right.
We stopped on the other side of that. We were just sitting there eating ice cream cone in our golf cart, watching them hit golf balls. I thought, this is cool.
Well, my girlfriend and I, we went to get our hair done, but we thought, well, we'll just go get some coffee first. So we went
Yeah.
to Dunkin' Donuts, and I took a picture of us going through the drive-through in a golf cart. To me, that's just the coolest
It
thing.
is. If you're not used to it, it's a whole different lifestyle. You know, and another thing, because from Indiana, I mean, we're all kind of rednecks anyway.
Right.
Is it took me a while to get used to the fact that people bring their dog down here to my yard to take a shit. And I'm looking at that. Now they pick it up,
Right.
and I guess that's really now I'm used to it. It's just the way it is. But at one point, I told the guy once, I said, you know, in Indiana, if they'd have brought a dog down to my yard to do that, I'd have went out and had to talk to them, saying, we'll let her go this time. Don't come back in here and disrespect my yard this way.
And I don't do that. Buddy's curb trained, he doesn't go in people's yard to poop. He poops on the street.
Well, you know, you're talking about.
People think that's strange.
When we talked about spending the night, we didn't find out till later on that Cracker Barrels. That was where we stopped at. Every Cracker Barrel.
That's where we go
And it's a
to.
national. You know, anywhere in the United States you can spend the night in a Cracker
Right.
Barrel. You know.
If they have parking for
Right,
it.
and you know, I tell you a funny story. We were going down to Key West, and we were in our RV, and we could not find a place to spend the night. You know,
Over at Key West?
on the way to Key West before we hit the 7 Mile Bridge, and we were in Homestead, and you know, we checked Walmart, no overnight parking, truck stops, everything was full. So we found a Cracker Barrel right before you get to the 7 Mile Bridge.
really?
And we pulled in there. I said, "Can we spend the night here?" "Oh yeah, that's our policy." And we went in there, and that's where we spent the night. And we woke up the next morning, and the freaking parking lot was full of RVs.
Yeah.
But they,
Yeah.
well, Cracker Barrel just has a national policy that RVers spend the
You
night.
get outside of Miami and start heading that away, things get kind of far and few between, and the islands are narrow. There's not a lot of. So if you got a big unit, I always say, just watch where you're going. When you make a right-hand turn, make sure there's a place to go,
Right.
other than the ocean. You know?
Sure.
But they do have a park down there on one of the islands. I don't remember which one. That is full in the wintertime because you can like park in there for $45 a night in the Key West Islands.
Wow.
For as long as you got the reservations, you got to give them a year ahead of time.
Right.
And everybody wants to go there, but people that are there that live in their RVs and whatever, they rent these things every year forever. Now I heard it was going to do a restriction that they were going to make it like 30 days is the limit, and you got to go to make room for other people. I can't name the park. It's a national park. It might have been on like Key Marathon or something like it. It wasn't in Key West.
Right.
You know, the last time we was at Key West, they were really restrictive on things.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't even walk a dog down the sidewalk at Key West.
Right.
No, you couldn't park your car.
Wait a minute, there's other things that they walk down in Key West, but you can't walk your dog.
You cannot walk your dog on the sidewalk. You
But they can walk other things that are really weird.
Today I
That
don't know,
is-
but back then we had the cop even told us, you can take your dog downtown, but you got to carry it. You can't put it on the sidewalk. We don't want your dog having an accident on the sidewalk that we're supposed to clean up, and they just don't allow it. and a lot of the restaurants.
But there's chickens running around there.
I know it, right? I mean, cats. But Hemingway's, I don't even know how many cats there are there running around.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, we did that when we went to Hawaii. I took a picture. There's a whole bunch of chickens in front of the
Library, and
McDonald's,
museum, and,
in
yeah.
front of the McDonald's, and I just went, future chicken nugget.
you mean they got a McDonald's in Key West now?
No, this is
No, it was in
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Oh, okay, never mind. I've never been there.
Oh, yeah, I was stationed on Kauai.
Yeah.
And then I got family that live on Kauai.
Yeah.
So I took her back a while
We have
back.
some Patriot members that live in Hawaii that come here,
Yeah.
and we met them when we were here
Yeah,
last time.
and they're usually on, but he's
I
probably
want to say
got
something Sailor,
Darrison.
Huh?
Darrison.
there's some Sailor,
No,
whatever his name is on
I mean, I
there.
know you're talking about Craig the Sailor.
Oh.
And no, it's Darrison
Darrison,
Hurston.
yeah.
And his wife, yeah.
I can't remember.
And they're big Disney fans, so they come up kind of visiting, and they stayed here, this last time. And we all got to know them, nice people, and they loved it up here naturally.
Yeah,
But they say it's so expensive in Hawaii. It's
Oh,
getting really
yeah, oh,
expensive.
yeah. Well, my aunt says when, her daughter worked for the state, she worked for Child Protective Services and in Honolulu. And, we got talking, said, like, how can you afford to live? She goes, we don't buy because we want it, it's a need. Like, she goes, I wear flip-flops and sundresses to work every day, that's my dress.
I don't need a winter coat.
I don't need a winter coat.
shoes.
I got one pair of jeans, She says you just buy what you need, not what you want.
Right. Well, here it's kind of like that. As you can see, though, we have a few days in the winter time where it gets cold. But more or less, the average, people say you want to go out and eat dinner, it takes a while to get used to that too, because my mom raised me, you get dressed for dinner.
Yes.
And then down here, getting dressed means you get your best flip-flops on and your cleanest pair of shorts and a t-shirt.
Yep.
And you go to the country club and eat.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
And Anne Marie says, Happy New Year, everyone. Woohoo, we're back in the villages. Well, good for you. I said, I hope the weather's going to change. I said, it's cold today, but the weather's changing.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, it's still not sub-zero like it is in.
no.
No,
And
never
we
get
don't
that,
have to
but-
shovel sno.
No.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
longer you're here, you get acclimated. And then you'll be like the rest of the old ladies around here. When it hits 70 degrees, it's chilly.
Oh, I put a
I'm
sweater
telling
on
you.
at 70, yeah.
We can't even go out to the restaurant in the middle of summer that she don't grab a sweater and take with her.
Oh,
I take a
but this
sweater
is-
everywhere I go because
Why?
Because you get inside those restaurants and they're cold.
They
That's because
don't.
you're used to 90 degrees
No,
out.
they don't change. They don't change their thermostat. Just grocery stores, I about froze to death this week. And it was 80 degrees out, and you go in the grocery store and they've got the air conditioning.
What was the
on.
temperature
When
in
it's
there? What was the
today,
temperature in there?
I don't know, but he has a temperature at 70 and 72, and I'm like, apparently it's chilly in here.
I keep ours at 74. Where do you keep yours? At 70?
Actually, our air conditioner set at 75, and we got it on auto on our furnace
I
right
don't know how
now.
to do that. I got that too, but I can't set it.
It's 68, so it keeps the temperature. Our-
68. See, that's Indiana temperature for the winter time. To save energy.
It was 68 degrees in there this morning. I just got up and put a sweater on.
68 is too cold.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was pretty chilly in there
Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah.
Now I've got a few things here for y'all looking for something to do. And this time of year is berry season. After the first of the year, it's berry season, and Back Road Berries and Southern Hill Farms are open for picking. If you've never had strawberries from the field, if you're used to getting them from the grocery store, there is day and night difference. Because when you get them at the grocery store, they're picked green and shipped. When you get them out of the field, they're juicy, they're sweet, they're just so much of a difference. So Back Road Berries and Southern Hill Farms are both open for, Southern Hill Farms is open Friday from 10 to 4 and 10 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday. Back Road Berries are open according to availability. So go to backroadberries.com and sign up for their emails, and they'll send you an email when they're ready. Wildwood Arts and Craft Festival is January 3rd and 4th from 10 to 5 at the Wildwood Community Center, 6500 Powell Road, Wildwood. And it's free. So go check out their arts and crafts. Thursday, the Alan Ross Karaoke Road Show is headed to Sawgrass Grove on Thursdays. And of course, J.C. Gallagher is on today from 2 to 4 at Blondie's in Spanish Springs. The Gatlin brothers will stop at Orange Blossom Opry from 2:30 to 7 Saturday. If you want to see the Gatlin brothers, and I haven't never seen them in concert, I'd really like to see them. Do you know where Orange Blossom Opry is? Oh, it's in the same place as the Grand Oaks.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just down the road
Oh,
from
okay.
where Grand Oaks is. And it's like an old school building that's been redone. Really, really neat place. And they have some good bands there. And that's Saturday from 2:30 to 7. It's at 16439 Southeast 138th Terrace in Wearsdale. And there'll be part of their 70th anniversary tour. Tickets start at $48. Go to OBO, OBO, obopry.com. Almost got that wrong. And something else to see this week is Muttville Comics. The tickets are $20 to $25. You can get them at the Village Box Office or the Village's Entertainment. It's Monday, January 5th at 6:30 p.m. And that's kind of a cute show with dogs. But after that, I think we're going to get out of here. We loved having all our company today. Love that you all stayed with us. Thank our moderators and everybody who helps us out here. We couldn't do this without you, and we really appreciate it very, very much. So with that being said, we'll see you on the other side. I'm throwing a kiss at my phone. I forgot about the camera.